And now, our feature presentation.
I like brothers, man.
Bourbon Boys.
Get you outsiders on 708.
Why you ain't giving no energy, man?
He's focused.
I'm talking about me. Give your man some energy.
Outside. 708.
Hey.
Outside. 708. Outside. 708.
Get it.
Outside.
I got you, twin.
Hell, you know what to do with
Bourbon
it.
Boys.
It's already prepped. Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about? Almost put a freestyle in that bitch. You feel me?
It sounded like Drewski when he said that shit.
Attention audience. Reed is here to pod. Zach is the news. Meech is here to report. And Brother James is a man of God. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Parental discretion is advised.
Like you a gifted person for that. I don't feel like that no more. And it ain't even about, it's not this song, but that's coming out. It's like, I'm like 80% sure I could do it.
Well, you probably can't do today.
I'm talking about today.
Yeah. Well, we know the craft that you
Like,
you
even-
respect in this.
Even if you, no, because I mean, even some people that we love, I feel like, well, not all of us, but like people individually love, like they don't be saying the most lyrical. It's just the beat and the swagger of it.
I think
I feel like West Side Gun is a big example of that.
I think
Yo,
that
what's to you?
should be true.
What's to you?
It's true though. It's true.
What's
Like, is
to
he
you?
really
You
dope
say
lyrically like
that's
that?
what I'm saying.
What's to you?
know he not-
Shit.
Because
crazy lyrical.
you say yourself, it's not lyrical. It's just it's swagger.
He
the
be having
aesthetic.
some bars in there though.
Bro, it's the aesthetic.
Everybody
though.
has some bars.
It
Steve.
be some bars in there. He be barring up.
I think
Everybody
the
has
best
some bars
rap
in there.
is when they just telling the story and it sounds simple and that shit rhyming.
Yeah, 2 Chainz.
I think the best rap is when they
2
sound
Chainz
like
a little
they.
different. He tried to rhyme.
I think the best rap is when it sound like
Two-Chainz!
they talking to you.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like that's why everybody love Hove. Because when you listen to Hove, it just sound like he just talking to you. Like
Facts.
And
you know
that
what I'm
shit's
saying?
still
Put a little in the
rhyming.
bag,
Yeah.
That shit's
put a little
cold.
in the purse.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'm dropping this fall.
True.
Hit him with some air horns.
All right.
All right. Welcome back for another episode of Outsiders Only 708 Podcast. We can be found on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud,
Hey.
YouTube.
Yeah. I'm a quick learner, brother.
All
You know
right,
what I'm
all
saying?
right.
No.
Still
I'm a
no
quick
TikTok.
learner.
See,
No TikTok.
I tried to give him the time. I tried to give both of y'all the
You
time.
did. I
You
noticed.
did. You said on TikTok, right? Said on,
That's where the shit really run at,
that's real,
and
man.
niggas don't want to say it.
So on TikTok.
No gunshots.
You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying?
It is Sunday, May 25th.
Happy
2000
Memorial Day weekend.
Hey, holiday weekend.
No work tomorrow.
Hey, hand claps to that.
I gotta go to work.
I got work too.
I gotta go.
Oh, well, sorry for you niggas. Meech,
man.
we off?
Yeah.
Right here.
We got jobs that respect American citizens.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that was it. Yeah. All right. As you can see, I'm just chilling, man. I don't even know how to act. I don't even
the
feel like
comfy pod.
I don't feel like the host of this pod no more. I just feel like a nigga on the pod now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just got my feet up. You know
He's
what I'm
so
saying?
happy.
Had me a little drinky drink.
Dang, I cussed too early again.
He is so
Yeah, it's
happy.
cool. It's cool. It was him last week. I had to bleep him out saying the N word because he was a N-word.
Yeah, you
N-word.
probably just got your ruckus.
Nah,
on.
it's cool. You was talking about how all the black people from the North would eventually need black people from the South during the race
that's right.
wars and whatnot.
I do remember
But
that.
anyway, let's get this shit on the road. I am Reed at the Cloudiest.
Pusher 2_Z.
You know the vibes. Little Big Meech.
And I am so glad that you are back with us again. Welcome back for another Sunday. As you can see, I'm on the organ this week.
Okay.
I have a word for you, and so do they. It's your favorite man of God, Brother James, come to deliver the soul of the lanes. Amen. Amen.
You came to deliver the souls of the lane?
Yes, their souls are in purgatory, brother.
I like the words you're using.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Gunshot.
Oh, yep.
Hold on.
He gonna get me right.
Before you get started.
Uh-oh.
I need
Hit me with the ether.
Okay. Wait. There we go.
There we
That
go.
was the button you hadn't pressed yet.
Go ahead.
I just need to get something out the way before we pod because I don't want to speak on this again.
Oh, shit.
All right?
What you got?
So I watched game one.
Why he want to get it out the way?
Oh,
That's petty
shit.
as hell. You
I
taking
watched
niggas
game
moments
one,
from
man.
him. That's some bullshit.
2 minutes, 50 seconds, up 14. And I'm watching the game. I'm like, man, this game's getting incredibly sloppy. Then I saw a 3.
That's
And another
one.
3.
That's 2.
And another 3.
That's 3.
I was like, oh.
That was times 2, by the way. He got
And
the 6.
I'm one of those people. Like, I do believe in the cup half full, but I'm also a realist. And I'm watching this, and if you've watched Tyrese Halliburton in the playoffs at all,
Halliban.
as that shit got closer,
Halliban.
yeah, people keep on saying that shit and keep on putting a picture of him up looking like Bin Laden and shit, but we know how that story ended. Ooh. Come on, man. We know how that shit go. But anyway.
I think it was a brother from Oklahoma that took that
Relax,
nigga out.
okay? Relax.
Ooh.
That information wasn't needed.
Ooh.
America.
Exactly. Obama did it. Fuck it. But y'all know how the game went shit. I don't got to break that shit all the way down. But what I really am here to say, because there's been a lot of people trying to talk shit to me.
Controversy. Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
There's a bunch of people. Y'all teams are in Cancun already.
Woo.
If your team didn't make the playoffs, your team on Stony, shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
All right?
Okay, all right.
You ain't even make the Cancun. The only island you got is Stony.
Ooh.
All right? Be cool.
Bars.
All right?
Bars.
We finna get that shit back right today. It's still Knicks in 6.
Can't lose in 6 if you don't lose 2.
So, as the week kicks off, because we're not going to start off with sports, I feel
No,
Zach,
we're not.
He wanted to get that out.
I just had to get that out the way.
There are
That's spoken like a true fan right there. I told him I understand because I'm a real Grizzlies fan. I'm a real fan. You know what I'm saying, of the Grizzlies. He's a real fan of the Knicks. I don't know many people who are real fans of teams anymore. Were you a real fan of the Nets, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah. He
Nick,
was there in New Jersey times.
we're real fans. Nick.
gunshots.
All right.
Gunshots.
I'm sorry. Nick.
He dodged that one.
Oh, he dodged it? No. I got another one for you.
Oh shit.
Well, you know we got the Dreamville niggas on the boards. Them bitches blank as hell.
He just dissed me, and I had to hit the bombs on myself.
You know, I got a song that I'm playing today as my sleeper, and it's a nice little pause at the beginning where they letting the instrumentals ride. Boy, I let brother have it. Nigga, what the...
Okay.
On the way.
Okay.
On the way.
Okay. See what Meech don't know is I got that he don't know.
Okay.
That the stuff that make your soul burn slow. He don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But we gonna get it back here. We're on Nick now.
All right, let's get this thing under control.
No.
Joliet versus Eastgate.
Hey. I am from Mississippi, brother. How many times I got to tell y'all
My
I'm from
bad.
Mississippi?
My bad.
I am from Mississippi.
My bad.
I am from Jackson, Mississippi, amen.
Where you graduate high school at?
That's not important. I'm telling you where I was born.
You right. You right.
And raised, all right?
You right, twin.
15, all right?
You know I was in Alabama, twin.
Yeah. You was in Alabama, twin.
Yeah.
All right, man, get this shit under
Y'all don't
control.
know nothing about that.
I don't have a soundboard to kind of drown shit out.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. God, sorry.
Don't turn
Go
me
ahead, do
into
your
a
thing.
yelling lunatic on this motherfucker.
Go ahead.
We just playing it for the
You're
future.
already a principal.
When you gonna get it like he gonna be, hey!
I'm gonna be like Kai, straight up. There's a lot of serious shit to talk about this week, so we're gonna try and kick the week off lighthearted.
It's really hard this week.
It's really hard. But are you guys familiar with the Goodnight trend that's taking place?
Yes.
Have you participated in it? No. Have you either been a caller or a callee?
I haven't.
No.
Nobody's
No one's called you?
Nah.
None of your friends have
I
I
done
feel
it?
really
like it's
wanna
too
do
far
it, though.
along now.
It's too far.
Everybody know now.
You got to call somebody older in
So-
order to get that shit off.
So someone did it to me.
Did you know about it before?
No, I don't
Like,
know.
I'm about to say, I know you don't be on the shit.
I didn't know nothing about this shit. So
You might have been. It depend on your mood, man. You might have been the wrong
I'm
person to call.
gonna bleep out. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I said. I got to bleep it out too.
I'm about to say because I already know.
So Blue called me, right? It's like 3:00 in the afternoon or some shit. And he was like,
Why he doing it?
3:00 in the afternoon.
That's how you really throw him off. It ain't even nighttime.
so he called me. He like, yeah, man, you know, I'm finna lay down, take this little nap real quick or whatever. But you know, I just want to call and tell you good night. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? What the fuck is to you right now? He's like, nah, G, really, I'm just, you know, I'm about to lay down. I just want to call and tell you, you know, good night. I'm like, you know what I said? You know what I called him, right? What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck off my phone. Then I hear his girl laughing in the background. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? Like, hand the camera or some shit? Like, the fuck? And he was like, nah, G, explain the shit to me. I'm like, oh yeah, you really. And I banged on it.
You fucked up the whole conversation. Now you gonna have to bleep it.
I'm bleeping. I told you I was gonna bleep it. Yeah, but you can imagine what I called him.
Yes,
Yeah.
because how you
But as long as I don't say that, so man, shit, I don't give a fuck. Hey man, hands in my pocket today, man. What we talking about? So, how do y'all feel about this trend? Y'all said y'all ain't participating in that shit. Fuck that shit.
No, wait. I have a comment on it though.
Go ahead.
I did see one where dude was just like, bro, what's wrong? Like, what's going on
Yeah.
with you? He sounded like real concerned with his homie. He was like, hey man, you want to talk? Like, what's going on with you?
I
And
thought
dude
something
like-
was wrong for sure.
And then he was like, I just wanted to call and say good night, man. He was like, I just want to call and say good night, and I love you. He was like, all right, good night, bro. I love you too.
You know,
and his homie got really serious. Like, so that was one that I seen. I was like, that was pretty dope. He had a real
because he was
concerned
scared,
moment.
nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you know what
night,
was
night,
on.
nigga?
You know all the
He's
street,
just going
all
to
the street
sleep.
niggas is like, oh yeah, that's what a nigga gonna do when they in the jam or some situation, a little situation like that. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up.
Somebody seriously up the shit.
Come on, man. Like, let the shit be jovial.
This
God
is when
damn.
it's good to
This
be
is
a
why-
civilian.
I seen that shit turn into like a real conversation though. Well, people was trying to.
Yeah.
It was like, why you can't tell a nigga good night? I'm like, look. I'm one of them people. You seen me. I told you. Like, I'll tell my homies good morning. Mm-hmm. Good night is different.
Completely different.
Like,
Completely.
good night is different. Like, if me and the homies even had, like, everybody had a night out, people was drinking everything. Niggas even I made it to the crib. Like,
Right.
that's it. That's it. I tell my homies I love them. All that shit.
Right.
Good night. I don't know why it hit different.
That's crazy work.
It's crazy.
Good night is just different. to me.
That's the craziest work.
Like,
I definitely say morning.
yeah,
I
I
don't
say
know if I've ever
good night
said
just
good
got a
night.
different ring to
And-
it,
and
bro.
y'all
we
know-
just said good morning to you just said good morning to another man walking into a school. Good morning.
You done open a group chat with the good morning.
Yeah.
But see,
Text the
I
good
be
night?
the nigga in the group chat going at the nigga saying good morning.
Yeah,
in
no,
the
he
group
hated
chat.
that shit.
I hate
You don't
that
like
shit.
good morning?
In the group chat.
Hey, you know what though? Hey, look,
Bro,
okay.
it's- wait, hold on.
He like good
It's-
morning in real life though, because when we was potting in the mornings on Saturday mornings, I was like, "Good morning, Nick." He was like, "Good morning, bro."
Yeah, in person.
I was shocked. I
In
ain't gonna lie.
person. We are talking in person.
Right.
Don't come in my phone and it's 9 of us in this motherfucker talking about good morning, fellas. What type of fucking morning wood
There's
ass?
nothing
I'm just
wrong
trying-
with that, Nick.
I'm
What's
just trying
wrong
to
with
start
that?
everybody day off right.
No, bro. Let a woman
That's the
say
thing
good
about-
morning to
That's
me,
the
bro.
thing about good morning too is if you say it in the morning, it's typically okay. 'Cause it's the
Yeah.
morning for
It's the
everybody.
morning.
I think the night
Yeah.
is
If
just
you
too
say
intimate.
good night, it's like
Good
nigga,
night is
Ain't
intimate.
nobody sleep.
Yeah, and then you see how
Ain't
even
nobody tired.
even how you said Blue was lining that shit up. Like, oh, I'm getting ready to lay down.
Yeah, bro.
The fuck
The
do
fuck
I
you
give a
telling
fuck
me that?
about
Hey,
you
think
laying
about it
down?
though. So look what that's associated with. That's only associated with your lady. Think about it. 9 times out of 10, the last person you talk to at the end of your day is your lady. Whether y'all on the phone or y'all living together, that's gonna be the last person you talk to and say, "Hey, good night," or your kids who live with you.
That's
Your
what I'm saying. It's
homies,
just like
that's
an
not
intimate
reserved
thing.
for them. Yeah,
it's
too
reserved
intimate
for
it.
it's reserved for your lady and or a lady,
And
children.
your kids. Yo.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm never telling Zach good night.
I appreciate
man.
that.
If I ever tell Zach good night, he's probably gonna nut up on me like, all right, bro, why you playing
like,
in my
stop
face?
playing with me.
Yeah.
I hang up on you.
Yeah,
I'm
see?
good for that.
See?
This conversation is not going to continue.
I feel you.
You know what? That leads me to something, bro.
feel
What's up with our phone etiquette, bro? Like every time I call you, you don't really pick up the phone like that.
I wake up at 2 a.m.
Okay, that's fair.
Valid.
I really
Very
I meant throughout the duration, but I feel like there's something I did at one point in time. You was like, "Nah, I'm never picking up the phone for this nigga."
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna text
man,
him
just
shit."
ask around.
Okay, cool.
Ask
It's not just
around.
me. All right.
No, it absolutely is not.
Okay, cool. I feel better now.
Full-fledged.
Thank you.
Now, see, like you'll call me more often, and I know what the conversation is, so I know what this call could be.
Okay.
See, there's been times where I'm like, I'm not fucking with you. Like, absolutely. Now, say Miche called me. I'm probably going to pick up because that nigga's not.
Yeah,
That
world
nigga
has to be ended.
That
The
nigga
world has to
legit.
be ended.
That nigga legit. Since I've known him, he don't call people.
I might have got shot. I might have got shot.
oh my bad.
This
That
nigga's
nigga-
like, oh, this is so good.
That nigga don't
So
call
not
people.
used to this.
I remember even when we was like younger, like niggas trying to go hoop something. Like you text me might not answer. You call him, he not answering, bro.
Okay, that's fair.
He might text you back like an hour later, like, oh, what's up?
Yeah, I got caught up in the new generation. Hit me with some shit I could read.
Well, I'm glad you said new generation. Let's talk about new generation airline seats.
Oh, I thought you were about to
Have y'all seen these things?
Yeah.
No,
I haven't seen them.
You haven't seen them?
No, I haven't seen them.
So you
They
didn't
have-
click.
I
So
did,
you
no. I knew you was about to say this.
Not you.
Okay, sorry.
Relax. So you didn't click the links this week.
I thought I saw everything on there. But
No,
didn't
I
see
clicked.
nobody
No,
with airline
when
shit.
I clicked the link, it was broken.
Yeah,
the link was broken.
I went to pull it up.
Yeah, so that's all I didn't see.
I tried, niggas. It was a blank screen.
Our algorithm is so disgusting. Sheesh. So basically, what it looked like is they took the Batman seats and put them in the airplane. Like,
From the Batman to Ride.
yeah. You threw your phone?
No, that was my glasses.
You can't see without my glasses.
Bombs, nigga, come on.
Fuck that nigga. He blind as fuck.
I am. I'm an operational blind. I actually put my glasses on this week I fixed my car. I put my glasses on this week to fix my car, and everything was vivid as fuck.
Probably got a headache from that shit.
Nigga, when I took them off, everything went back to like, you know how the movie started that little soft blur on shit. It
Yeah,
was
like when somebody
oh,
first wake up and shit.
shit, I don't even think I like seeing clear. Shit,
Bloodshot.
Oh, dang.
it was a little concerning. I was like, oh, this is what
Gotta-
green
gotta
looks
hit the
like.
punch.
Yeah,
Punchline.
so you know what? Y'all call out the prompts for me and I can do it, right? So just be like, yo, hey, bombs. I'll do it, right?
Yeah, that's you got.
I mean, but this is what I'm saying.
It's-
I ain't
it's-
got
Hey,
to
it's-
hit me with a rewind.
we don't have
Yeah.
that.
I started looking for it.
So airline seats. How do y'all feel about these new airline seats? Are y'all traveling
Is
in
that
these
these
hoes or
yellow
not?
ones?
Yes.
What the? Is this a stand up?
Yes.
Yeah.
These are stand only flights.
Oh, they trying to pack us.
So
in
wait.
these bitches.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
It's
So now
it's going to be a cheaper option for people to fly.
Don't like.
I feel like if you've gotten to the point that you can only afford to fly standing up, you probably shouldn't.
What if though? Because I know how airlines operate. They roll this shit out as the economy, but what we fail to realize is all of us fly economy.
If
So-
if they roll this out as economy, shout out to the state of Michigan, the state of Wisconsin,
But what they do?
maybe
I know,
Kentucky.
I know where he's
Oh,
going with this.
The surrounding states.
I'll probably be hitting up Cedar Point a couple times.
Nashville ain't too far.
Nashville's not too far. I'll go there. Memphis. Shit, I might even go to Jackson for the fuck of it. Shit.
yeah.
But that'll be the furthest I go because I won't be flying anymore. I ain't gonna lie to you. There'll never be a moment that I'm standing up on the plane.
Well, they talk about tickets as low as $1.
Oh,
Do your shit.
You put
Some
one of these at the
things-
back of a Southwest flight, I might be on that.
Hey, okay, wait.
Some things, you know, when people like, I've done this legit since I've been younger. When people be like, "You act like you too good for something," and I'll be like, "Kinda." Like, yeah, some shit I do feel like I'm too good for. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not standing up on the plane, bro. No.
You know, when I seen it, I'm like, well, I don't like roller coasters. I'm not really a roller coaster guy. I'm not really an adrenaline junkie like that. There are some things, believe it or not, that I am petrified of. And them roller coasters, I don't like them. But I know why I don't like them.
Because you're not in control of it?
Yes, absolutely. So I seen this and I'm like, well, this might be my roller coaster. Because I also, like Meech, did some reading and they talking about some very low ticket prices for this shit. And so in my mind, I'm like, well, I'll pay $36 for the big joint, right? And I'll ride it out. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm a little nigga. This bitch might just literally like pick me up and just cradle me. And so I'm just...
How far are you willing to fly on the stand-up?
I'm willing to go as far as I've already went on a regular plane. Because
So you'll go to Vegas on the stand-up.
I'll go to LA on the stand-up plane.
Okay.
So wait,
When's the...
Okay, sorry.
Hold on. Let me cook.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Keep
I'm
cooking.
good.
Keep cooking.
When's the last time you stood in a spot for 4+ hours?
Well, see, that's the thing. The thing kind of holds you up. So you're not necessarily standing. Your legs are they're just down. They're not supporting the body.
They gotta figure out that area.
The
for
crotch
whole,
area?
Yeah, for the whole ride. They probably have to figure that part out. But I'm with you. I'm not that mad at it.
I'm not
Y'all-
super mad at it. I'm mad at how
I
close
can't
them bitches
wait.
is. That's why I said I'm going to get the one.
I can't wait
A nigga like me,
to see.
I don't need them niggas around. That's $8. Give me all these seats. Fuck. Ain't nobody over here.
I bought
All
the
of
whole
them
row.
for what? It ain't like you can lay out.
But I don't need no motherfucker. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna be standing up, don't touch me with your elbow.
Yeah,
And
don't
you
fall
already-
asleep.
Don't fall asleep.
You already know on them plays they ain't got no screen or nothing, so you just standing.
No, they
wait.
might hook you up with something in
They
front
ain't
of you.
giving
I
you
got a
shit
question.
for
I
a
keep
dollar.
iPad
So I got
on.
a question. So these is gonna
So
be
now
for
you got
all
to stand
flights?
up with the iPad.
This is gonna be for all flights, no matter.
Because you know it ain't no table.
like
Just the
They-
whole
I,
flight.
not all flights. I think it's just something that they're rolling out as
Vision Pro. Vision Pro.
I think this is something they're rolling out as an alternative flight method.
Don't worry about it, brother. We gonna
Now,
be sitting
see-
down on our planes.
See, my thing is this though. No, I feel you on that. I'm sitting down on my plane.
Me too.
What I'm saying
Upright.
is this: it depends if it's like a 45-minute flight or something. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that'll be that bad. Cause like think about it, you get on the bus and you stood there for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Or
Who
something.
got on bus?
Our train going somewhere you going?
Who got on bus?
You never been on the bus or a train before?
Who get on public transportation?
Okay,
That nigga
he's
wasn't-
rich. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's
Stop
rich.
listening to him. He was an avid. You know how I used to ride the red line from here to here to here to here.
Oh, okay,
I sat
right.
down.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I sat down.
Shut the fuck up. You've stood up on a train before.
Yeah.
In all of your life, I've stood up on a metro, so I know you.
I ain't standing up on no metro.
You don't have a choice if you go at the right time of year.
Nah, hell no. I always get on it the first motherfucking stop of this bitch. I'm gonna sit my ass the fuck down. I ain't no standing up ass nigga on that bitch.
I'm just saying
The L is different.
He
if
stood
it's
up
short
before.
enough, if it's a short enough flight, I might.
Yeah, no.
but like only if it's like a lengthy flight, will I be like, oh no, I got it.
I wouldn't-
But if it's
anywhere-
like a flight that's like an hour or less, I probably would. Do
See,
it.
for me,
All of the
anywhere I
hour
can fly,
or
I'll do
less
an hour.
flights
I'm not
from
flying.
here, I'll take the extra time and drive.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I feel that too.
I'll
I feel that.
drive.
We don't. Our state isn't
I feel that
around enough for the 45-minute
Yeah, I'm-
flight.
You're right. You're right. No, I mean, well, because that's like if you. I think
That's
it's
you
like
flying to Detroit.
A 45-minute flight. Yeah. No, like
Yeah,
it's like
but I feel it.
Indianapolis or Detroit. That's like a 45-minute flight. Or
I'm
something.
not flying to Indianapolis.
Yeah, nah.
That's
Okay.
a 2.5 hour car drive. You're fucking impatient.
But man,
Hey man, look. What if people just don't? That people don't like driving like you? That
Bro,
don't mean they
it's
impatient.
2.5 hours.
No, they don't
Hold
mean
on,
they
let me
impatient.
finish my
That don't mean
statement.
they impatient.
You've driven 2.5 hours probably going downtown Chicago and coming back out to Joliet.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me you can't drive 2.5 hours in what's not nonstop traffic to Indianapolis? Come
What
the
if,
fuck
what
on.
if somebody is just that pressed for time though?
do your shit.
It's all
Do-
preferential
hey, do-
based. You feel
if
what
you
I'm
think
saying?
about it,
Do your big one.
waking up, going to the airport, sitting through security, waiting on your flight, getting off the flight, getting your bag, doing all that. You damn near made it to Indianapolis by driving.
Swear.
I'll meet you right there.
You know how long
No
the flight
rental
is?
needed.
You know how long the flight is to Cleveland?
No.
45 minutes. So
Really?
think about all the other places that are a lot closer than Cleveland. Cleveland, 6-hour drive.
Yeah, that might be a up and down.
It's I'm telling you, I've made the flight. It is the most pointless fucking flight ever. Like to go through all of that just to fly and what you gonna pay, bro? Just drive. Just take the turnpike. See America. See what you be arguing with niggas about. You know what I'm saying? Go see America for real.
Nah, see, look,
The
I
drive
like
be cool
road
sometimes,
trips. I
too.
like road trips. I ain't take my first flight till this year.
No, I
I
fuck with
prefer
road
road trips. So you know,
See, now I don't like road trips.
I retired my road.
It depends how far we going. I probably got about a solid 8 hours.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's it.
I
ain't
do
gonna
my
lie.
surrounding states, but I used to
Mississippi.
drive to Atlanta and Florida. I had to retire.
I'll
that
never drive to Florida.
I think Atlanta.
Nah,
I
Florida,
think
that's a
Atlanta
long-
is probably the
Dang.
furthest out drive.
shit. That's a real doable
Meech,
drive.
you
bro.
used to drive to Florida on a regular
Where?
from here?
Where in
Yeah,
Florida?
to Orlando.
That's like 17 hours, right?
It was a long ass.
Because see,
time.
even once you get to
Man, I
Atlanta,
couldn't do that. I ain't
Because see,
gonna
the
lie.
funny thing about that drive is, even once you get to Atlanta, the distance from Atlanta to
It's still
Orlando
like 8
is
hours.
it's literally the equivalent from Atlanta to Chicago.
Yeah.
So you got to think about all the land you tracked through. You just went through the Appalachians.
do
You got
it.
through all that.
No,
now
I
you
was
got to
seeing
drive
shit
through
on the
fucking
road.
Georgia.
I was
That's
seeing
how I
shit on
feel
the
when
road.
I hear people say they drive to Texas.
Same shit.
Dallas-
You cross
Ain't that
into
like-
Texas.
I feel
like
like you could do
14
Dallas. I
hours?
feel like
Dallas
I-
is cool. When
Dallas
people
is
be
cool.
saying they drive to Houston.
I'm not driving to Houston.
I'm like, dog, I'm in Dallas. You mean to tell me I still got hours here
It's too
in the
much.
state?
I hate these states. It's
Texas
too
is
much
huge.
state there.
Yeah,
Like,
I couldn't drive through
Texas-
Texas. That shit give me anxiety. I'm like, this bitch way too big. I ain't gonna hold you.
And I heard the traffic
Pause.
out there is insane.
speaking of pauses, that's how I feel about traveling through Illinois the long way.
Well, through 57.
Yeah, going straight down.
See,
that
that's
shit.
that's the funny thing because when I go to Atlanta, I take 57 and 24. I never ride through Indiana because
I like going through Indiana because you hit major cities and it gives you the different like viewpoint. Driving straight 57 is straight corn.
yeah, it
I'd be
is.
like, oh,
But
shit.
for me,
I be with the straight corn.
For me, it's safer. It's safer to take that little extra 30-minute ride and just take motherfucking 57 and 24.
What?
Because Indiana, bro,
Ain't 57 like the scenic route though? Because you take 55 straight. Well, see, I'm talking about Mississippi. I can take 55 from here all the way to Mississippi.
Well, yeah, that's going
just know
like
that.
that's going straight south.
Yeah.
57 takes you the same way, but it ends up running into Memphis.
Right.
And so all that ends up turning to what you know is 55.
Yeah.
57, if you take it down to the bottom of the state, it ends up running to Kentucky, you run into 24, and then you get to Clarksville, and then that shoots you straight across Tennessee and gets you over to
Wait.
Nah,
Nashville.
that's the way I be taking to Mississippi a lot of times.
Hold on. You said that route you do is 30 more minutes.
30 more miles, I'm sorry. Which is like 30 minutes when you look at it in the whole scheme of things.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how
minute per
fast I
Depends on how
drive.
fast
Oh,
you driving.
okay.
And he drive fast.
It's 30
So,
miles. 30 miles is here to downtown. That's an extra 15, 20 minutes. I'm
That's
cool
really
with
going
that.
like 60 miles every minute. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's all cool. I'm going your way.
I don't fuck with Indiana. I don't fuck
No,
with
no,
Indiana
I get it
whatsoever.
because I've been in the car with
Fuck
you.
You not an Indiana mo?
So
I'm a nigga
not
that
an
get,
Indiana
I'm a
mo?
nigga that gets tickets.
Fuck the
to Indiana.
Pacers!
I get
yeah,
tickets to Indiana.
like I said,
Every time.
I've been in the car with you. I fully understand. I'm not even arguing. I'm not
I want to
arguing
be
at
in
all.
the state. I want to be my drive. I need to be in a state where, as long as I'm in this state, what I have in the car that might be illegal somewhere else, it's legal here. So I'm taking 57. You feel me? Because Indiana, sheesh.
Yeah,
I think you running through multiple states you can't have shit in. too.
No, well, I'm going. It's no. It-
No, I'm talking about through Indiana, through Kentucky, through Tennessee.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
3 straight that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
have shit in.
Once
just
you get
saw-
over the border, you're fucked until
Yeah.
you get to your destination.
I just saw somebody talking about people like smoking in Indiana and shit. They was like, "You light a wood in Indiana, just let me out the car."
Swear to God. Swear to God.
You're playing dangerous games, buddy.
All right. Now, this topic right here, ooh, I was ready for this one.
Uh-oh.
I was ready for this one because I was ready to hear Meech's opinion about this.
I need to see
'cause
these
you already
topics.
know.
This shit-
Because
You
I
already
want to
know.
know. I want to know.
He got the cape on for this stuff, boy.
I want to know.
What are we doing?
Which one you think I'm talking about?
I know exactly which one you
AI blackmails humans?
Yep.
My guy.
Oh, yeah.
This is my guy. Now, you familiar with this story?
I am familiar with this. Story.
All right, Meech. Talk to us
I
about
bet he
this
knows
story.
something that we don't know. He see how confident he just said.
Talk to us about this story. Because I was
know
waiting
he
to hear
knows
what you
something.
got
You
to
see
say.
how-
No, he just so
No, 'cause
confidently.
I have read this story, and I don't know why I thought it would come up, but I didn't see this in the notes originally, so I didn't know if it was coming up. But the answer is they built in all the shit that's needed to stop it from doing it. That's the answer. You can't do it. Just like any other type of program on Google, you should possibly be able to search bombs, but they block the shit so you can't see it. Same thing with AI. They stopped it from doing it.
But
all
tell
I
us
got.
what happened.
Oh, well, what happened was...
Yeah, see, he gave us the rebuttal and he tell us the
No,
story.
because, I mean...
give me the
you
story,
want
then
to
give me
know
the
my
rebuttal.
opinion on it.
Give me the
Well,
story, then the rebuttal.
The
nigga.
story was that they were creating these AI models, and it possessed the ability to then blackmail whoever the worker was that was attempting to deactivate it or replace it. So like that was it, like left unchecked or whatever. But they was able to, which they also said in the article that they was able to put in all the protocols and stuff to get it to stop doing that or whatever. So
I like that low blow he just threw in there.
wait, what I thought of?
It also said this in the article.
Oh well, I mean, I only say that because
Read, nigga.
well, yeah. I didn't know where we were going with it. Where you want to take it?
You don't want to take it nowhere now.
The way
wait, you see that? Wait, he just oversimplified it. Me and Reed was up in here spitting before the pod. We like, yeah, man, ain't that crazy?
Oh, it's
What's
spit.
going
Let's
on?
go.
This, and that. And then
What was the spit?
Here come me. She just come in. Yeah. They just they put it in there and then disabled it.
Well,
That's
I mean,
it.
I only say that because it's like most of the technology we have, if it's left unchecked, it will be unchecked. But if you check it, it's checked.
I appreciate my brother so much for how simple he makes this shit sound.
Because this shit ain't that difficult.
It's not.
It's not.
And
that
I promise
difficult.
you, I did not see it that way until we talked about it. I literally just saw somebody post on Facebook. I just saw this shit. Somebody was like, "Stop using Chat GPT." They was like, open a book and do some research. And literally, I swear to you, Meech's voice popped in my head. He was like, "You can research that for an hour and a half. I just found out in a minute. We got the same information." This shit literally, and it literally hit me this time because I was like, this remind me of like the internet busting for us.
No, you know it's been my favorite. My favorite is when they be like, Google it. Nigga, what the fuck you think Google doing? Google looking through these same sources that ChatGPT is looking through. I don't know if people notice, but if you type in anything on ChatGPT, it gives exactly where it came from. It'd be like Wikipedia, Reddit.
They don't know
Google.
because the people that's saying it not using the shit. And the thing that it like today it kind of opened my mind up because I remember like older people that was fighting against like the internet once it really like boom. Like once we could truly use it on our phones and shit, like not like that weird ass shit that was hard to maneuver and all of that.
The dial up.
Yeah. Like when we really got to the internet, like Facebook time, like that when the shit's really fucking going. Like us in high school. And people that fought against that shit and was still just like, nah, like use the book, use the whatever. And I feel like this is the same shit of the people that was like, nah, go to the library. I have the library right here. Like, I have the entire library on this internet.
I've diagnosed the problem with AI.
Oh.
One, it will get rid of jobs, and it's going to be a shift in how we're operating as humans. That's
why-
Ain't
scary.
that something to worry about?
That's
though?
scary.
Like,
That's scary.
But that's
we've
also
gone through-
why you should want to learn it.
But we've gone through we've gone through so many of these similar shifts over the course of human history. When electronics came, when the internet came, when machinery came, when wheels came. Like we go through all of these shifts and we continue to improve ourselves, and it scares the living hell out of people. And understandably, because people are going to lose jobs. There's also going to be a generation that's going to take advantage of this and make so much more money. There's going to be so many more jobs. It's going to be
It's going to be a new economy.
It's going to be a new economy, but it's going to be just like when we hit one big revolution, shit shifts, and then we hit another one. The second thing is, I think people are understanding that there's going to be way more people with the ability to have information, and that frightens people. Like, I truly think that you can't, it's getting tougher and tougher to lie to people.
No more gatekeepers.
No more, the gatekeepers is done. Like, I just saw a thing that said that this year we're going to set the record for the most businesses launched or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that is in correlation with the amount of users that's tapping into these AI systems. We're all starting to figure out how to become business owners
because it simplifies the shit.
It gives
so much. Like it's literally giving you the answer key, and niggas is like, no.
Yeah.
And this be the shit that I done talked about this shit before. It's the older I get, I'm realizing more and more. It's some people that's on this earth that just want to complain. Like they don't want you to solve the problem. They don't want nothing. They just want to say that shit, and they don't want you to fix it. They don't want nothing. They just want to constantly be able to complain about the shit. And we literally have the resource right there to fix the shit for yourself. Like he just said, all of these new businesses and shit. It's more and more people that's opening shit with no schooling, no nothing. They ain't got a history of this shit in their family. They ain't got shit for them to go really truly go learn this shit.
And I think what people take for granted is when they're putting these prompts into ChatGPT, they think they're just getting the answer and moving on. They're learning. Every time you put something into this system, you're trying to learn it. You're actively learning all day. Now, if you're in there just bullshitting, all right, you bullshitting, but you can't stop nobody from bullshitting on no platform. That's the way this should go. Look at our social medias. You can use social media to make a bunch of money, or you could get on there and post pictures of your cat. It's up to you how you sit there and use that shit. But it's literally giving people a step-by-step way on how to improve your life in a real way. And that is pissing off people and the higher ups. We are now in an age where we can look up anything we need to operate in the moment.
But people don't like that shit because
People don't like it.
Because now I can't say
You can't get your
they
bullshit
won't
off.
give me the opportunity.
You can't get your
They
bullshit
won't
off
tell
doing a
me
lot
how
of
to
these
do
things.
it. Like you can't say that shit no more.
So people literally have nothing to blame now
But themselves.
but themselves.
Yeah. If you didn't want to make it right, you just didn't.
But that goes back to, remember when I was telling you about my cousin and he was so interested in doing whatever he wanted to do. So I gave him the prompts and copied and pasted the entire thing. It gave you a roadmap. It is a very realistic roadmap because I got this thing I always said. You could shoot, like, you can go up to try to be a billionaire, but shit, if you landed in 100,000, yeah. But it gave him like step by step, and it was very realistic. I'm reading this shit like maybe I should pivot to this. It's not like the most difficult thing or whatever. You just got to work and actually want to do it. He didn't do it. Well, it goes back to what we was talking about in the chat. That ain't the tool's problem. That's this nigga's problem. Like it gave the exact pathway of what to do. Another example, I think I don't know what chat it was when they had the glasses on. And it was like giving direct.
That was we was talking about that shit in the other chat.
Okay, it was some glasses that I think Google got. It absorbs the environment, and you pretty much are having a conversation like Jarvis. So let's say this ashtray sitting in front of us. I just looked at it real quick in the glasses and turned around, and you was just like, "Damn, I've been looking around. Where's my ashtray? Hey, your ashtray is on the table. You might have set it there. Blah 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 blah."
That's raw.
Shit like that is helpful.
Yeah.
It's helpful in your day-to-day life. This is what AI is going to become. I keep saying it's going to become your Jarvis because that is essentially what it's going to become. Now, sure, there are grander things that AI may like influence or things like that. But on the shit that you could control, start controlling this shit because there is a generation that will be left behind if they don't adapt to this. I also seen that we are one of the few countries that aren't teaching AI to its children. That is incredibly damaging. So we're going to be one of the last countries to even, as much as we haven't been, because we've been embracing it like the country, but we're not passing them lessons down to our kids. In China, them kids are being taught that shit immediately. Also, we're going to continue to fall behind in education. Okay, that's fine.
Continue to be consumers. Continue to be a driving force of the global economy in a particular type of fashion. Man, well said. Everything. I really enjoy y'all conversation. I do. And I did. And you know me, when I saw this, I was like, Clem, I got one. I finally got one.
Finally.
But as me said in the article, when I read it, I was like, oh, they just put the little safety protocol in there, got that shit right up out of there. Aha. That's what I got a problem with. Because like I told you when we had our conversation, who controls that? Right? Let's say the AI does have a particular type of procedure where it does put a human in a particular type of risky situation. If the person who's not in control of that AI doesn't put the safety protocol in, then what happens? It kind of goes back to a controlled thing the way I see it. It's the same thing with the internet. They say we only access what, like 4% of the internet? Like the dark web is like 96. Out of what we...
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Out of what we consume on the internet, it's only like maybe 4 to 5 or 6% of what the actual internet is.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Here in America.
Wow.
This same thing can be said about your brain. They say we only access about 4 or 5% of the actual brain power. There's so much more that we as humans just don't have access to. So
the internet is a liking to our brain?
To a certain extent. But the point I'm trying to make is it kind of goes back to who's in control of that. Because if who was in control of that didn't put that safety protocol in, the AI runs rapid. And so I always look back at who's creating the systems and how do the systems operate when dealing with particular people. The same way you might look at the education system, any type of system in place. Look how FAFSA interacts with this demographic of people as opposed to this demographic of people. Look how the education system deals with these people as opposed to that. That's kind of where my brain goes when I think of AI. Because when I was listening to y'all conversation, what I really started to realize about what I'm looking at is AI is probably, in my mind, the evolution of the telephone. And you throw in television. It's an evolution of so many things thrown together that we used on a regular basis in one place. It really is. Like the telephone turned into online. Online turned into this. Social media turned into this. And I feel like this AI is now the spawn of all of that. It's all of those things thrown into one. And it's like, damn, well, think back in the day. Who controlled phones? Whoever controlled phones controlled communication. So if I want to let them do this with this or them do this with that, so be it. So on and so forth. I don't want to drag it out, but it's like, I see it and it's like, you know what? The way Meech talks about it, you got me to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm finna get with the shits. Even the type of nigga I am, I should already be with the shits, but I've been apprehensive about it for my own reasons. Whatever. So on and so forth. But what I will say is just going forward, I would love for us to always pay attention to who is in control of whatever said system. I think this is, if we want to get on some black shit, I get on some super black shit. Why aren't some wealthy black people trying to throw their money together and create like their own little AI system right now? That would probably be one of the best things to do, to jump in and try to get some type of foothold on something. And that would be a great thing for
You
us.
know Robert Smith?
Yes, fan base.
Fan base.
Okay.
No.
Hey, don't he own fan base?
I don't know nothing about fan
But
base.
I know who Robert Smith is.
Robert Smith. He actually has an investment firm. He's in the Capital Ventures. And he has he's the richest black man in America. His whole what they call that shit? His whole group of business that he owns is about AI and future technologies and stuff. These things are happening. We do have a voice in these rooms. And introducing AI is one of our chances to balance it, because we're removing that racial portion or whatever. AI is acting as if anyone is speaking to it. It is removing the racial bias out of it. You don't click anything about your race before signing up or anything as well. It's leveling the playing field.
One more important thing I do want to say about black entrepreneurship, and people might not like this, but hey, in order to have successful black entrepreneurship, you not only need black people, you need all people. But I think me personally, that gets lost in the conversation with certain demographics of people amongst us, because we're so pro-black that we want it to all be black. And I'm just like, yo, it ain't gonna work like that.
That's because we present business as black-owned business.
Remember, I had a talk with Trey about that when I was thinking about doing that
Trey
shit. He got on my ass
I'm about to say
that
Trey
shit.
got on my ass.
And that's
about
when I
that
learned
shit.
about Robert Smith. That's when I learned about Don Peoples. These are people that's actually out here making Don Peoples is trying to build the first black skyscraper in New York City, the Affirmation Tower. These are people that are actually out here moving and shaking and doing this shit without trying to make it all black. And these are also the people that just so happen to be winning as well. When we do that all black thing, we putting ourselves into a box. Because when you ask why we aren't just making our own AI is not easy. We're not in those schools. And it's not a racial thing. We just didn't want to do that shit. Like, that's the thing that when I keep talking about when we need to be in them rooms and we're starting to learn, we're late to the party. AI has been in our lives for probably like the last 10, 15 years. Search engines and things like that have been included in AI and in most of the parts of our lives.
I would say shit damn near since the 90s.
No,
Yeah, like AI has
search engines. They popped off in 98.
See, I don't want. I'm not saying AI and search engines are the same because they're not the same. Yeah. But AI has been engraved into search engines over the last few years as where it's now using it to pull things up. But I lost my train of thought on that shit.
Ash Chiefs.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Ash Jeeves. I do remember that, boy.
But that's not an example of AI either though. But like there has been we have been dealing with it for a very long time. It's just hitting our deck because we're always late to shit. And it's designed that way. Once we are into the stock market, like there's literally half of the amount of companies left to even invest in. What does that do? It creates an economy where we all have to invest in the top 10 companies. That's dangerous as fuck. If Apple decided today, we don't want to make phones no more. America is screwed. Yeah. The country. Yeah. Half of our pensions, half of our 401ks, half of our investment funds are into Apple. Man. We, as much as we root against those companies, we need those companies to survive for us.
That's how I felt about Target, bro.
A lot of our money is in Target as well.
Look, that was the one thing I had said when that boycott shit went on. Like, yo, don't sit up there and say boycott Target and then sit up here at the same time and say, well, the economy going to shit. Your boycotting is adding to the economy going to shit. Absolutely. You don't get to play at both sides.
Or divert your money into a different company. It was more to that
conversation.
No, absolutely. There was
the Target thing, or
yeah.
I mean, or just divert your money because you don't. The thing is, the problem is that, and going to the airline examples, Southwest, Delta, and America Airlines.
He not letting me.
He ain't gonna let him get no kind of breathing room. Like nah. Zach, like I'm gonna keep you in this chokehold. I ain't letting go.
I truly don't even care no more. I just told you niggas could do it.
But with the airline thing, Southwest, Delta, and American Airlines, if they were to this seat thing, if one was to introduce it, there's no reason why the other two wouldn't. And the reason being is they're not in competition no more. They're all owned by BlackRock. They're all owned by the same amount of money. The same amount of money that's going around is owned in most of these companies. So we've just created a real interesting economy here.
It's really a monopoly.
No, it's definitely a monopoly.
Like that's why
America's illegal as fuck right now.
But that's how I felt.
We can't afford to break it up.
And then we're gonna move on to something else. But like, look at Amazon. Mm-hmm. Like, look at what Amazon is. It is essentially a monopoly.
People don't even know what Amazon makes its most money from. It's none of the shit you even know. You know what they make their most money
AWS.
AWS. It's fucking online. Whoever your website is most likely running on an Amazon server. Yes. Most of the servers on the internet is ran off of Amazon. That is where they money. Amazon could close every warehouse tomorrow. And they'll be all right.
It wouldn't give a fuck. What I used to tell y'all niggas, bro.
That's why whenever the Amazon service go down, like you notice how like half the internet be going down?
Half the whole shit fuck.
Like just for the day basically.
And they built an economy where if you try to battle that, no one is willing to invest in that because how are you going against that?
Mm-hmm. That's too powerful.
Air horn me out, man. We're gonna move up out of that subject. Zach,
shout out to AI. Allen Iverson.
I also want to say, can I say this one last thing? You niggas didn't watch Terminator 2.
I didn't. Damn it. I might have understood this shit a little bit more.
You got one.
Watch Terminator 2. You will see why me and Nick was coming up in here like this. I'm just playing with it's really Nick, you know.
Stand on that shit.
It feels good to have somebody
I've been on your side with this AI stuff. Remember I was tagging him and stuff on Twitter?
But this is why I don't want to vilify your opinion on AI because we need people to have strong oppositions up against it because that's how you get regulations. If it's left unchecked, it will be a problem. So there is a group that needs to be there fighting this shit. I'm going to be a group that's going to learn about it, add it into my life, and figure out how to make $1 billion fucking dollars.
Zach, can you pull your phone out for me? I need you to do something for me because I can't get over here and put this clip up. So we just going to do it off the phone. Can you go to the woe topic?
Okay.
Because this will probably,
man.
this probably be our last
I
phone thing.
see.
Can you go to the
Oh,
woe topic and play that
man.
on your speaker and put it up to the?
Oh man, I really wish I could do this on this live.
You don't know how to do it?
No, I don't have the
pretty legs, man.
Oh, man, what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They lanolated.
Man, listen,
I mean,
I'm back working out.
You put shea butter,
Man, nice and supple.
jerky.
Oh, you see that?
They glowing in the dark.
Why are you gay?
I just zoom in. Do not skip leg day.
Get the secondary question. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Sometimes you got to remind people, like, you know,
You got pretty legs, man.
You know, I ain't gonna hold you. I feel this pastor.
I'm
looking at
Bobs, man. Bobs.
I'm looking at Newton legs right now. I got work to do. That nigga could carry all 100 of those niggas that got to get to the gorillas. I need Cam front line pressing that motherfucker. You see this shit?
Look,
You throw some cocoa butter on them bitches?
look.
Yo.
Look. All I'm saying
Yo.
is this. All I'm saying is
So
this.
everything he just said.
When I seen the video, right, and this is just hit me with the ether. And I'm being honest, and I'm being for real, and I'm being transparent, and I'm being open, and I'm being intimate with my friends and whoever the fuck watches this show.
Y'all my friends too.
Yeah, I ain't mine.
Gang.
Trap.
I'm like, yo, he wildin'. Like, he is wildin', talking about another man's like body parts and describing them out loud to the man like that. Like, if he was giving that description of Cam Newton legs and Cam Newton wasn't there, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But he was just
With him
literally-
sitting right there.
He's literally
changing
just
shit.
talking to Cam, right? And that shit made me so uncomfortable.
It made Cam uncomfortable.
But
You think he got goosebumps on his leg?
but what I will say is, also like me, nigga Cam got some nice ass
See,
legs.
now,
my
There's some
now, hold
nice ass
on.
legs right there.
Hold on. See,
My man was sitting there
Yes.
looking at his legs like,
And they was crossed on some Sharon Stone shit. So and then when he dropped them, I'm like, oh, this shit got me feeling some type
see
of way.
the
What
thing
fuck?
is,
This shit
though,
is crazy. No, not like that. I'm saying this shit is like this shit
like
is
that.
wild.
the thing is, though,
you can't say this out of nowhere. Like, the conversation got to be about me working out in the gym or some shit. This nigga said,
just looked at him.
you got pretty legs,
Got some
nigga.
pretty legs.
Now, but see, now
Ain't this the pastor with the allegations?
Oh, I have no idea.
I have no clue.
No.
Well, he been in a lot of allegations in a lot of situations. So
Give
like that.
me
he don't
the-
have like no. I don't think no real like cases against him. But he's known to try to extort people.
Okay.
Extortion,
He's
okay.
had.
That's what I was about to say.
He's
What
had
type of
like-
allegation?
He's
He's
trying to
had a lot of
extort Cam out his
controversial-
motherfucking
He's had a lot of
pants.
controversial takes too. Like he stays like in like bubbling and stuff. This is Jamal Brown.
Right,
This is
he
the
ain't
same guy.
touching
Remember when
nobody.
T.I. was on some like when he went to go visit the church, he was trying to play him to get him to give that money and stuff like that. He like put him on the stage in front of everybody. He has
okay.
blessed our presence. He can help us do this, and that.
Did y'all
See, I
see
was like,
that
I know what's
video when they
going
pulled
on.
R.
T.I.'s
Kelly
the
on
wrong
stage?
man for that.
Did y'all see that video when that pastor pulled R. Kelly on
Yes.
stage and they all, we put that in the chat.
Yeah,
And then they all prayed for him.
Bro, you know what's crazy? That was on the Word Network. Like I want to say back in like 2004.
Amen.
You wanna know what's real
We were
wild?
sitting there looking at that like, oh, praise the Lord.
You want to know
Praise
what's
God.
real wild about that video? If you really pay attention to R. Kelly in that video, it don't look like he was like feeling like he was being healed. I think he was being turned the fuck on. I think he was like
He had a whole new fantasy.
he was like, oh shit.
When I get back to the crib, remake all this shit.
Exactly.
All this.
Exactly.
No Diddy.
Now, what I was gonna say though is, as much as it was uncomfortable and it was strange, it's kind of fucked up. But it's like, I feel like dudes is starting to go through what women was going through. Like when they talk about, when they talk about how they dress and shit,
Oh,
and
shit.
being like when people are commenting on them because something be so tight, something so whatever. Like, if you wear some shorts and you got the above the knee
The
joint,
hoochie daddies.
it's gonna be another man that'll say something to you about them shorts, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even if it's in a joking manner or whatever. A nigga notice, like, dude, you got these little ass shorts on.
Yeah,
man.
because you've done that to me.
Yeah, I wear the motherfuckers.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
But I don't think
John
we ever.
Rollins
I don't think we ever.
no,
said-
I'm never gonna be like, oh, your legs look nice.
Hey, like
That shit's
I know
weird.
you got that Johnson & Johnson's creamy baby oil on your joints today. The way your shit's glistening, the way the sun's
but
hitting
look.
your shit, you glowing.
The creamy version.
So wait, hold on. What about if a nigga smell good, would you let him know he smells good?
That's
Yeah.
different. That's
Story
different.
time.
I'm about to say he does all
Story
the time.
time. Story time. I am a heterosexual, black, borny African American man.
No variant over here.
None of that.
Claim it, King.
You feel me?
That's the name
You
of the
write, I
episode.
swear to God, can you write that
What?
down, please? Claim it, King.
Claim it, King. He said, I am
I
heterosexual man. Claim that, King.
I am the man who will smell another borny man and say, "Excuse me, sir. You smell great.
That's security.
What is that you got on?"
Security right
Now the
there.
story I'll tell you is this. Remember the nigga? Remember the story about Buddy at Amazon?
Yeah.
When I found out,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you might remember him. It used to be this short white guy that was a problem solver at Amazon. And bro, this is when I worked in Universal, bro. He came down the aisle one day, bro. I'm at the joint. I said, shit. Bro, I stop immediately what I'm doing. I walk up, excuse me, bro. And he was flamboyant, so you might have thought he was bi. Whatever. I think he bagged bitches, okay? But he might have been one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know the ones that be dudes that be getting a lot of women that be super flamboyant.
Yeah.
There be a lot of them that be like flamboyant as heck getting all the
Well,
women,
his style,
bro.
That's the Dominicans.
you know, his aesthetic was
Cat got
flamboyant.
Jordan Woods.
Not so much his personality, but his
I
aesthetic.
know black. I Dominican.
His
But
aesthetic-
anyway,
his aesthetic.
make a long story short, Buddy walked past. I said, "Hey, bro, I don't mean to be rude. No, don't take this the wrong way, but you smell great. You smell great. What is that you have on?" It ended up being YSL Man of the Night. Nigga, I went up to Macy's after I got off work and got a bottle of that shit. That shit smelled delicious. You hear me?
I feel like dudes, when someone asks you if you smell good and it's another straight man, that's almost like a badge of honor.
It is.
It's a
Like
compliment to me.
It's like you smell my trail? Like, damn. This shit fuck.
And the
It's like a
I see you.
I see
And I'm starting to layer
If
up
anybody
now.
say something about my cologne, I'll be like, all right,
Oh,
cool.
didn't you have that? What was that you had on that one day? I hugged you.
Was it Jimmy Choo or something like
and
that?
you say
No,
you layering
No,
up
that's
too?
when I had that
Yeah,
with
the
Million.
layering up is the move.
If a motherfucker turned around and told me they layered up, I'm thinking you a scientist. Especially if that shit hitting and you layered, because I don't even know how to
How you
start.
pull it off?
Like, I don't even know how to.
Ain't
I
it all
don't know.
about like pheromones and stuff like that. It's like the way the smell, the way you smell on your skin.
Well, that's
and all of that stuff.
that's cologne / perfume in general. When you get the layering up, it's about the different scents that you can get together where it kind of combines and it smells, and it's a scientific thing.
So it flows together like a symphony, like an orchestra.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
just know how you have one instrument doing one thing and the other instrument doing one thing, but then they come together to make the most beautiful piece of art that you have ever heard in your life.
See, this is what we mean when we're saying this is about complimenting other men. I'm not the nigga don't smell like an orchestra. He just smell good.
No, stop the nigga.
no,
Dog,
no.
the way your shit smells, like a drummer and a pianist met on stage
Hey, hold on.
and performed.
Hold on, you heard the way he just look at the way he just described that though. Was that not remarkable? Think about it. You can hear.
I ain't telling the nigga.
Hold on,
yet.
wait.
I'm never
No,
telling
you
the
say
nigga.
all that
Hold
to
on.
me.
Hold on, wait. You hear a pianist and a drum,
right? No,
you alright? Keep that
Because you too enthusiastic now. You too. Sometimes, hey, look. I mean, you know,
Dog, it's just Dior.
you know exactly. I love Brother James
Yo.
because Brother James. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think
man,
you
come
do
on,
get
man.
caught up in the pageantry of things, and there's nothing wrong with that.
You like to paint a picture.
the pageantry, the whole illusion and aura and feeling of things, and I love that for you. Sometimes you just got to keep it simple.
Oh no, listen, hey,
Because if
listen,
a
brother,
nigga,
hey,
oh my God, you smell like the inside of
Lavender.
Oh my God!
You smell like a shore
on an early Tuesday morning with a little bit of fog over the horizon, when the sunlight
With the
beams.
sheets that you've let dry outside.
You are a nice
With the scent
dude.
of fresh linen and
Hey,
lavender.
you see the way I'm inspiring my brothers? Y'all heard all that poetry? I'm an inspiration.
Yeah,
you heard all that poetry?
If you say
I
that
am
to
an
it,
inspiration.
but if you say that to a nigga about his smell, I'm here to tell you. Once again, I'm gonna bleep this out. I might call you.
Hey, listen.
Cause you wildin' now. Just keep it simple. Tell me I smell good. And this, I
You know what I
give you
love?
the game
Hey,
and you move on.
You know what's the greatest thing in the world? when you just watch niggas just take out of context everything that you just said and just take their own life over and just run off with it. Hold on, Meech, I ain't finished.
My bad.
Literally, when you was talking, I was talking about the layers and how you said that's science when people start layering up. So I said, oh, science like an orchestra when you have a different instrument that comes together and make music. I was literally talking about the science of layers. I would never tell a nigga all of the stuff that you niggas just said about what him smelling good. Y'all just started off that way.
That's how it started off. It started off when you was explaining, and then you got very passionate and started moving your hands and your shoulders.
No, when he was talking about layers and science, I was talking about layers and science like this. You know
so layers in relation to smelling, correct?
Yeah,
the smell,
but no,
of the man.
When he was talking, no. let me break it down for you. Let me let you into the mind of an intellect.
Let's not say we did. Come on, we got
no.
Where we at on time too? Because I don't see that.
Okay, 106.
Oh, okay, we good. Go ahead. Let us into the mind.
Let us into the mind.
Open your mind, brother.
Open your mind, Quay. Y'all know what I'm saying.
Hey. Shot clock. You got a minute.
Okay.
We're not gonna do this today.
All right.
Because when articulate niggas get to talking, time get to ticking.
Hey, word to mother. You know what I'm saying? I am an articulate nigga. So what I'm trying to tell you.
But we want you to keep it. Go ahead.
You see how you keep the time keeps getting added.
Nah, I ain't even started yet. I got you. I was gonna let you give me your shit.
So this is what I'm saying. You ready? Go. Teamwork makes the dream work. I love seeing a whole bunch of things come together to make one thing. And you know what we call those? We call those mechanisms.
Secondary colors.
I love seeing mechanisms come together to make one big function. You know what that's also called when one of those functions is taken away? The butterfly effect.
All right now.
The butterfly effect is when one step of the process of a big working organism is taken away and it throws the whole thing off.
That's a fact.
So I love the way everything is needed and the intricate parts that it comes together and makes things work together. Team sports, music, layering colognes. That's all I was saying. I'm done.
40 seconds. Good shit.
You know what
applause, man. Hit the applause.
No interruptions when the game is on. Game's on.
A great film too. Watch. But is it called Butterfly Effect?
Yeah, with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. That shit was good. That was some good shit.
There was a time in my life where if I saw Ashton Kutcher, I knew not to watch it.
Damn.
What?
Yeah. Can't fuck with him.
He's hysterical.
All right. As we move into the second hour of this podcast,
We might need to stay here for a second.
what?
We don't, because I don't have no deeper.
I'm about to say, what do you do?
What,
I
Ashton
don't understand
Kutcher?
the hatred for Ashton.
Don't like the guy.
It's the corniest. It's corny.
Yeah, I think it's the corner.
Y'all never
corny.
seen Dude, Where's My Car? Y'all didn't think that movie was funny?
No. I saw Ashton Kutcher. I didn't watch it.
Now I watched Dude, Where's My Car, but I'm not going back to it. I feel him. I totally get Meech.
Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my bag.
You know who added that
that's
list? AD, you keep this show up, you're gonna be on that list.
AD.
The artist formerly known. Yeah, now he at Dallas. You got to say that nigga full name, Anthony Davis.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking like an actor.
Damn, AD, you lost your name. Fuck.
Yeah,
I thought you was
there's a
thinking
couple
that.
actors I see him, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not for me. But I get you about Ashton Kutcher, so I don't want to watch that shit.
I only do that with comedians who weren't funny. Like,
They get it too.
if it's
Like
a
Ari
comedian,
Spears. All right, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Watch it.
I ain't gonna lie.
He had me in the
he
early
used to be
2000s.
funny. Yeah.
When he was being other
He was
people.
funny. He was
Yeah.
funny.
I was locked in.
Yeah. He corny though.
All right, we got nothing but serious shit to talk about left, so I'm trying to figure out what we should talk about first. I think this one will be kind of quick, and then we can move into whatever. Did y'all see that they're not pressing charges on the young woman who, quote unquote, accidentally shot her
Her
her boyfriend?
What was the grounds for not pressing charges?
So I read the whole story, and I wanted to make sure I read the whole story and got the whole synopsis of the story to understand what happened. This is what happened. And it, like, that whole cleaning gun shit, bullshit. This sounds like a story of self-defense. They went out to the club. They were partying. Supposedly, he became upset with her while they were at the club for some reason. They go back to the crib. Now, when they get back to the crib, it's him, some of her friends over there. He's getting loud. He's getting belligerent. And she had ran into...
You farted?
No, that's upstairs. She had ran into a bathroom or some room. She ran into some room. And when he began banging on the door, she shot at the door. So she shot once, shot at the door, hit him, killed him. That's her account. That's the friend's account. And so basically, if I read that and this is how they're presenting it, then basically that's self-defense. And because this is self-defense and we have so many corroborating stories of such happening, there is no need to charge this woman or put her on trial because us as the police believe what she's saying. So with that being said, how do we feel about that?
And
I
she
got a
said she was
question.
cleaning the gun.
So
I got
Because that sounds like
that's where the correlation from the original rollout of the story and what I read is two different things.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say,
that
I'm about to say,
sounds
where
like
did
niggas
where
is
did that
lying.
lie come from? then?
That lie came from her.
Or did
came
the
from
lie
her?
come from the police?
And wasn't it like her family or something was with the police or some shit?
Yeah,
like
there
her
we
pops
go.
was a sheriff or some
Yeah,
shit.
there we go.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
There we go.
This shit now sounds like it can very much so make sense for her to get off of the shit, but I don't believe you.
And if we never press charges, then
And originally they were saying she was the one that was drunk.
They done swapped the story out on niggas in our face.
yeah.
Dang.
They
And
gonna
he,
say
I
the
mean,
other
and
one was
he,
just
and
internet.
he did.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you
So
can
it
do
ain't
about
nothing he could say. And I hate when I have to get like this. I hate it. Stop being around all of them fucking white people, man. I'm not even one of them people like to tell you don't kick it. Did something happen? I can't hear shit out my headphones.
I hear you.
Oh, y'all can still hear me? Okay, so I'm cool.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, but as long as I'm still being heard.
Who's your
it's cool.
court?
Is your short?
Might be a short in your court.
Oh yeah, it is because it just came back.
Oh, okay.
But damn, what was I saying?
You're talking about white women. Stay away from
Oh
them.
no, not
White people.
white
Stay
people.
away
White-
from them.
when it's that in its entirety. Like you see this shit all the time when it just could be one person kicking it with like an entire different race. And like I remember it was that was a lot of the comments that was going on beforehand when people first saw this, because you've seen the pictures, it was him around all of these white people and shit. Like I feel like that shit ends bad a lot of fucking times.
Most of the time.
A lot of fucking times. And just for the people that feel funny about it and feel like I'm saying some racist shit or whatever the fuck, I don't think you should be the one white person around hella black people either.
That's
Like
right.
I don't think it should ever be that. Your base should be like your safe haven in your head. To me, that's how I feel. That's why that shit never be making sense to me.
I mean, what you saying may sound controversial, but it's how other cultures move.
Everybody moves like that, but us. We the nice ones. We the ones that want to include people and be included everywhere else.
That's
You
true.
go talk to that Asian grandfather, that that white grandfather, that Hispanic grandfather, whatever the fuck it is. No, they want to keep they shit.
Akin to what you talking about. We ain't being racist here. I was in Panda
can't
Express.
be.
We can't be. I was in Panda Express yesterday,
Gunshot.
and there was no Asians, no in there. And I was sitting there thinking, damn, because
Like working there?
like working there, and I was thinking, damn, they done outgrew the restaurant field. But I was like, no, that can't be true, because Asian places, Chinese food places, Japanese food
Yeah,
places,
they don't play that shit.
they're all in there. Like they're all still in there. We've really gotten away from
Yeah, if shit being specific.
like
All right, I'm telling y'all finna start getting white soul
and to
food
your
spots.
point, like
Oh, shit.
they've
Gunshot.
continued their traditions, their way, all of that. Just not
Yeah,
afraid.
I mean, it just, I don't know, man. This story sound funky as hell. It sound like it's some crazy shit going on, but that man's gone.
Yeah.
So we'll never truly get his account. There's nobody else there to be on his defense. There's nothing. It's his word against hers, and he has no word.
Dog, they went from cleaning the gun to self-defense in like 24 hours.
They never said self-defense.
Oh wait, where'd that come from?
No, he's saying that it sounds like
It
self-defense.
looks like
Oh,
self-defense.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
because
okay,
he's
okay.
on the other side
No,
of the
if
door.
he's being aggressive through the door,
through
and
the
all
door
that
and
shit,
she
yeah.
shoots at the door, one would say that's self-defense.
Yeah, I just said, my initial hearing of it was just like, oh, she cleaning her gun, bang.
Yeah, because they said they shot him in his sleep.
Stop. that's what was so funny about the story and why Zach feels the type of way. In the story, they never talk about her cleaning no gun.
That whole part is gone now.
That shit is.
But that's what I'm saying. They changed it in 24 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's nowhere in there. This story went basically from an accidental death when they were in the same room and he was sleeping.
Yeah, he was sleep.
Yeah.
To we left the club drunk.
Yeah.
Because the club was in part of the first story and the second story. Because in the first story they went out to the club, got drunk, passed out. She woke up, cleaned her gun, accidentally shot him while he was asleep.
That's what I heard.
The real story is what I had just told you. Is that they all went out to the club together, came home drunk, got to it, boom, boom, boom.
Because originally they didn't even say nothing about other friends being.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Y'all don't remember that. I don't remember I felt like, and again, I pieced this together with the internet. But I had felt like they weren't even mentioned in the club at first. The internet had found them in the club on her Instagram.
Picture of them. Yeah.
So it was like the internet was piecing it together like, yo, dog, what the fuck is this? And
that's
then
what
they
I'm saying.
spent the story.
And that's what I'm saying. Even if you go based off pictures, anything, nothing showed this nigga was angry. It looked like y'all was having a good time in that bitch.
Oh, they playing, boy, these people playing your
But
face,
it just...
boy. They
So,
were playing
Stop
your
lining yourself up. That's all I have to say with that shit. Like, of course, you don't go into those situations knowing those things that happen, and I don't blame him. Like, you don't know these things are gonna happen, but just stop believing everybody got the best intentions, man. Like, for real, especially when people and that's where it get foggy for me with like the crossing races thing, because you got advantages that I don't. So like, don't think for a second that she don't know that she can get away with that type of shit.
Exactly.
Like that's where that shit get iffy for me when it's that type of shit. Like, not only is it like the white shit, like you have a father in law enforcement also.
Right.
Like,
It's funny because that's a conversation that I have with my son. My son go to a school with different races and everything, and our race is predominantly the minority. And before he goes outside, a lot of times, and people from the other culture will not like this because they feel like you're putting it in their mind, but they don't understand how real this shit is for black kids. But I let him know that you're not like them. Like, the shit that they can get into and get away from, the shit that they could pull off and things like that, you aren't able to mimic that stuff. You need to make sure that you're operating as an outstanding citizen while you're out, and especially amongst this other group who may be acting up or anything like that, because when they look at y'all in the broad stroke, you the black kid with the dread that's tall. That is who's going to get the attention in these situations. And again, people from different cultures, they'll look at that and they'll hit that and be like, oh, you're making it about race. But God damn it, what y'all fail to realize is our existence is about race.
Right.
Like, your hate, your dislike for me is because I was born with a different color skin. I didn't even open my mouth and you hated me.
Yeah, and that be the thing is, people always try to put out that judgment like you throwing race out there and shit and all that type of shit. Like, me personally, I can't speak for everybody. Me personally, I've experienced shit. Like, I'm not saying shit just to be that rah-rah black guy or some type of shit. Like, no, I've experienced shit. I've experienced shit where they've even said it to my parents for them experience shit. And that's just my interaction with police. Yeah. Both times, like, I my track record's clean. I don't have anything on there because there was nothing for you to truly stick something on me. But I've been in situations that I just flat out shouldn't have been in just because of my appearance.
Right.
And they don't understand that because they take it as if we're attacking, but if anything, we're playing defense in those conversations. I didn't, as you noticed in that, I didn't tell him to go, like, I didn't tell him you got the right to be doing all this because you, or if something get there, militarize yourself or activate on nigga. It was more so play defense. Like, shit start looking a little hazy. Just, I'm not saying, remember, I'm black. It's just I can't do certain things.
Even in that whole thing that you said, and there's never a moment in everything that you said for you to tell him to not kick it with them.
Yeah, and exactly.
I need you to just,
and that's the part they miss.
Yeah, and I just need you to be aware.
Yes,
that there is a difference. So if certain things are happening, you need to be aware. Like, I've had.
I think when you grow up black, I think when you grow up in amongst black people in these impoverished neighborhoods, you kind of get that. like I feel like you kind of start, especially once you start seeing different cultures, like you recognize you're amongst something different, and you recognize. But when you're born and raised amongst this and it's your norm, you kind of gotta remind that, like, yeah, you're privileged, you're blessed, we're in a great situation, but you still a nigga.
That's what. And people don't even realize that they learning that lesson so much.
Black person.
People don't realize that lesson so much. Like, it's literal jokes that we see about it all the time.
Yeah,
and we just laugh about it because we can talk about how a white person can talk to the police and how I can talk to the police.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I just can't. We did the same crime. We got pulled over for the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I interact how he's interacting, I'm finna leave this bitch with more charges. I'm getting yanked out of this car, all types of shit.
Or you might die.
Or that's
might
even
die.
a possibility. I wasn't even trying to go the most extreme, but it's just shit not the same. And I'm sorry to be that guy, folks. It's not gonna get the same. That's why we need to always implement that shit.
And that's just the way it is. It's gonna always be like that. My bad. Was you about to say that?
I was going to say to piggyback off of what Meech was saying to his son. It's what my pops used to kind of always say to me in a real short form. Always act correctly so you can tell the truth. If you always act correctly, you can always tell the truth.
Amen.
That's a fact.
Amen.
If you always do what you're supposed to do in any given situation, you can always tell the truth.
Amen.
Now, on the other side of that, this is the same man who told me if you ever going to do some dirt, do it by yourself because you are never going to tell on yourself.
All I'm hearing is he telling you some good
but
shit.
that's even with
Hey,
that
that's
second
solid.
part.
That's actually very solid.
That's an
real.
older man that has some wisdom and seen people that was his best friends. Well, not him, but he's seen people that claim to be best friends all turn on each other when shit got hot. That shit's true. I've been told that shit. You gonna do some dirt,
best friends,
brother,
members,
family,
it don't
any of that.
matter.
You do that shit on your own.
Do that shit on your own. Because and what pushback people will give to what we're saying is even when we do something right, we still get jammed.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
And guess what? That goes back to what he's also saying. That's what it's like to be black in America. That's just what comes with it. So you could do one or two things in this situation. You could put yourself in this compromising position and do everything correctly, and if you still get jammed, or if you put yourself in this situation and you give them a reason, well, then more than likely you gonna get what you deserve because you gave them rope. That's what they always say. Never give nobody no rope because they're more than likely going to end up hanging you. All right?
I mean, we ain't even got to use that as just a race thing just so people can simply understand. Because, like, when have you ever had an advantage and not used it? Like, when? Like, if I have an advantage, I'm going to use that bitch.
Yeah.
They got the advantage.
But you can't tell no black people that about white people. They don't want to hear that shit.
It's the truth.
Because that's a whole different other conversation. But let's continue to move into these deep topics.
That's why I don't understand homeless white people.
Oh, shit.
I don't. And I'll never give you a dollar.
I understand it.
Wait, okay, hold on. Here we go.
It's by choice. It's clearly, it's clearly by choice.
The end of that conversation.
Think how many times they go try and save them from down there. I saw a video. It's a whole community underneath the Las Vegas Strip. Never knew this. If you go on the strip and look, never knew this.
They was always down there.
They could, apparently so. I never knew.
They're the homeless folk.
They go down there every year trying to save them.
Yeah.
They don't never come to the hood.
Bombs, gunshots, and everything you got over there.
Don't hit pause. Don't hit stop. Leave the video playing.
Now, we talked about this next subject in the group chat. We haven't spoken on this, but it's been getting national news for months now. I forget exactly when it took place. We haven't spoken on the podcast, and the reason why I tippy-toed around it was the same reason why we tippy-toed around the Diddy shit, but we're going to get to that today, too. The Karmelo Anthony case. Everyone's well aware of what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
They finally came out and charged him with first-degree murder. Now, we had a conversation, a little back and forth in the group chat about it, and I ended up saying, damn, I pray that he get off. And me said, let's not be so quick with the prayers. And I'm like, damn. Hit the. Now that should have been the.
I
ether.
felt that's how I came across.
And I was like,
bad.
damn.
Right there.
But we started to have conversation about said event. And see, this is why I be saying sometimes you got to wait to talk about some shit because we be needing all the particulars.
All the info.
You need context in order to really have a good observation of the situation, right?
Facts.
And so Meech brought something to my attention that I was not aware of. Because I'm like, how they charging him with first degree murder, but Zimmerman got second degree murder and he followed a nigga.
Right.
And then I'm like, he should have got first degree, but they didn't go first degree because they felt like at the time it would have been harder to prove that. So they went with second degree. But it ended up turning out it was harder to prove second degree than it would have been to prove first degree. Gotta know what you're dealing with. Oh, hey, get
That
chat.
shit did. That shit literally like
Flip the case.
that should be putting niggas in and out of jail.
I swear to God.
That little detail. That's why Diddy shit is not to go to Diddy shit. That's why he's not all the way clear because they hit him with so much shit.
Exactly.
It's like one of these just got hit.
But we'll get to that. Yeah. So they charged the young man with first degree murder, and I was like, well, like I said, I wanted to see how that compares with Zimmerman because he got second. But the reason why I said I want to see how how it parallels is because I, in my heart of hearts, feel like once they explain this case, it's gonna damn near be the Zimmerman shit. It's gonna be the Zimmerman shit because remember, Zimmerman was only out there patrolling with his gun because people were getting their houses broken into. And he ran down on this young man who he thought was doing that and ended up getting into a scuffle, quote unquote, allegedly.
He got beat up.
And murdered him behind that. On this side, we have a child who was being bullied, brought a knife to protect himself, but he was somewhere he shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And then said situation happens. And then it's like, so this is murder one, but this is murder two. He followed somebody, got murdered too. That's a premeditated thing to do is once you encounter somebody, you say, I'm going to follow him.
Who dictates the charges? Is it the
I want to say it's the police station in the DA for the county, for whatever county or
because I was one like who even comes up with the
municipality that it happens. Ooh,
with this thing,
shit.
I don't remember the story like exact. I know they were saying
right about it.
Somewhere. I know they were saying he was this was like a track meet or something.
Yes,
right?
a track meet.
I know they were saying like he was in like a booth that he wasn't supposed to be in or something like that.
It's where the other team sits.
Right. But in order to, that's why the charge didn't make sense to me because from the story I got, it still was dude approached him like an aggressive manner type approached him. That's why it got iffy for me.
So first degree murder is if you, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's to when you woke up, you had intent on murdering somebody. The argument can be when you woke up, you put your, and I don't agree with this. Let's get that out the way with his case specifically.
Yeah.
I think it was, I used to, just to bring it to me for a second, when I used to go to sleep at night, when I stayed in the city, I used to keep a little small knife on me under my bed. If some shit pop off, I got the knife. I think this was the situation.
Yeah,
I woke up coming to kill someone, which would make it first degree.
I
think that
give clarity on what first degree murder is. Okay, it says first degree murder. This is Google AI overview. Okay, just letting y'all know this is the source. First degree murder is the most serious type of murder in the U.S. It generally involves a killing that is intentional, premeditated, and done with malice aforethought, meaning there was a conscious intention to cause harm or death. Some jurisdictions also include felony murder, where death occurs during the commission of a serious crime as first degree murder.
So that's like during robberies if you kill someone at first. So it's pretty much if you intended to kill someone with this weapon, then you get first degree. So the case that they're building is you came over, sat in this area that you weren't supposed to be with this knife, knowing that some shit was gonna happen. Now I just gave the reason why I don't believe it. I just think the boy is just carrying a knife because, as we mentioned, shit's been going on in his life.
That's what I was finna say.
Shit went on that day and he was ready. And I think that should be something the Lord to charge. And I think they should respect the 17. You should respect the 17 in
Yeah,
that
but they're
situation.
charging them as an adult.
Yeah.
Which I first of all I think is some bullshit. But you know me, I got a fucked up head. So I'm gonna keep it real. I hope Lil Homie get off. But I see why he's charged with first degree murder. Here's why.
My bad. I don't mean cut
Go
you
ahead.
short. I'm sorry. Have they ever had anything happen before this?
No, they
They
didn't know each
They
other.
never knew. They never seen each other before.
That would add to premeditation. I'll tell you why.
Wait. You talking about the two boys never knew each other?
Yeah,
No.
So how was he getting bullied by?
He was bullied in general.
He's being bullied in general. So here's where we get premeditated. Yes, you've been bullied in general, but you took this knife with you, no matter where you were going, under the pretense and under the knowing that if something was to happen to you, you were going to use it. Regardless whether you were going to use it to kill someone, you were going to harm someone with this knife. That's premeditated. First. You then in turn go to a place or go to an area which you know you're not supposed to be in. That was also premeditated. You did that on purpose. And one would say you went over there looking to get into an altercation so that you could use this knife that you brought with you that you thought about this morning and using in this situation. Yes, you've been bullied. I get that. I understand. You were so fed up with being bullied that you now went and put yourself in a situation where you were to be bullied so that you could use this knife because you were that fed up. All of that is premeditated and rolls out the grounds for first degree murder. And it's fucked up.
I gotta wait for all of this to really start coming out. Cause I feel like I had read something about like him and his brother was damn near like menaces.
Yes, but these two didn't know each other.
Yeah, they might have been menaces, and I don't know nothing about how they actually were, but they might have been menaces, but they really didn't know.
They didn't know him.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
And he didn't allegedly know them either.
And
Okay.
but that's what I'm saying. That's if I'm the DA, if I'm the prosecutor, that's how I'm rolling it out.
Right. No.
It's first degree.
So
what
they
you
going
saying
off of
makes
the.
sense.
So basically they saying it's off of the intention of okay, you had a knife and he was with the mindset. If somebody mess with me, I'm killing them. That's what they going off
Yeah.
of.
I'm killing him. I'm not. I'm gonna get real legal with you. I'm not even gonna say kill in the court. I have this knife with the intent to harm. What the defense is going to say. I had this knife in the intent to self-defend myself if said situation was to happen.
There's nothing
See,
illegal
this
about
is-
carrying around knives or anything, right?
As a 17-year-old,
It depends where you at, too.
Because
Yeah,
I know I know a lot of them measure the blade, but just because I don't even know what
if
kind
you
of
get caught
knife
with
it
a
was.
blade, damn near period, you
Yeah.
fuck. Like
it depends on where you at.
And
Like
this
if
is-
Because this is also Texas, right?
uh,
If this is Texas, we also know that these.
I want to
some-
say it is Texas, but I'll give you an example. If I get caught with a blade outside of a liquor store, I look crazy. If I get caught with a blade when you pulled me over in my car and I'm driving somewhere, you just got a blade on you. You see the difference? Like the area in which you're in always is going to dictate the situation.
Yeah.
If I'm
that's
out,
Texas.
if I'm out in the middle of the woods shooting off a gun and shooting at some bottles and get caught doing that, I might not get unlawful use of a weapon. I might just get unlawful carry. If I'm in my backyard in a densely populated neighborhood shooting off my gun, I might get charged with attempted murder.
Yeah. But that's why I wonder, especially because it's Texas. Because if it's not, because I don't know if he had like some long ass. I'm thinking in my mind a kitchen knife, something along the lines of a kitchen knife, maybe a little bit bigger. If he's walking around with this thing, and it's not illegal, what is the difference between walking around with your gun and someone fucking with you and you pull the gun out? It's just and we also have to remind people that he wasn't stab. It was one stab and he took off running to get up out the situation.
Man, that sounds like self-defense.
And that's where the self-defense comes
But
from.
one's going to break down the self-defense case when I
Yeah.
tell you that this child was somewhere he wasn't supposed to be.
that
You-
and that does
you
change.
Okay,
look-
wait, so
it really messes
so
stuff
the
up.
boy knew he wasn't supposed to be there. Did he know that?
See,
Did he really know that, or did people just say that was somewhere
Okay,
he wasn't supposed
I
to
it
get
was
that.
the other team's tent.
Okay, look,
Like, it
you
was
go to
their
one.
tent.
You go to one school.
So wait, the school he went the game. it was a home team event. Because I know at track meets, they be at all different kinds of schools, right?
I hear you, and you're giving what one would say is an excuse. Here's what I'm gonna tell you.
It's not though. It's valid.
Look, listen. What I'm saying is, even if you at the other, I'll give you a bone. Let's say we are at the other school, right?
Right.
You know for a fact that all them people over there ain't your people. Why the fuck are you over there? That's
most times
what
when you
I'm
got
saying.
tents, they at minimum they in your school colors.
So wait, they all went to these guys went to the same school.
No, bro, this was a track meet. That's what we keep trying to explain to you. This was a track meet from two different. When you have track meets, there's multiple schools here, so this might have just been a neutral site. But where he went is supposedly of the opposite of where he's from. Yeah. It was the opposition. So one's going to ask, why are you sitting? Why did you go by the ops?
Yeah, and I did track before. Y'all don't be mixed up because you got to be able to hear your
separate. It's like when you go to a
and
cheer
stuff.
event, like you know they with them, and not for nothing. Regardless of whether you're at the wrong school or not, we've all done sports before. Them people tell you exactly where you need to fucking go. You just don't be wandering off like that. That shit just don't happen like that. They say, hey, you go through this door. We are here. This is where we're stationed. This is where you got to go do X, Y, and Z. Like,
I just know that when me and my wife, we went to a football game and we was actually on the wrong side. And that was by accident.
But you would know you're on the wrong side because you're going to a football game to go watch somebody else. We're talking about a student who was there to be there.
He was there to be in the track and field competition.
I don't know if he was supposed to be in a competition, but let's take it. Because I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
When you were in high school, when you went to games, was it easy to identify to you which side you should be on?
Yeah, if I seen
it's not that difficult.
As an adult, it's different.
Yeah, it's an adult. You walking in and getting a seat.
Right,
but as a person that goes, like, you start seeing people you know, you see people you don't know. Like, you start seeing this group has the colors on. This group has those. It's and this is why.
Is there a possibility that he could have known somebody that was over there that he went to go to that?
Well, here's the story.
All that's a possibility, but
and maybe this is part of the app because this is a witness account, and I feel like this may. And after this, I feel like we should change the conversation because we really sound like we want this boy like in trouble. But
I
think we're just having transparent conversations.
I want whatever to be done. I want it to be just. That's what I'm saying. I want to make sure that he's really guilty. Yeah. If he's guilty, let him really be guilty. And if he's not, make sure he's really not. That's what I'm saying.
When we talked about it in the chat, and I said, "Oh, hold on the press," because he did kill somebody. Right. Like he did kill somebody. Something happened. So let's look a little deep. But here's a witness. Let me just get to this witness real quick. The victim had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under the team's tent, and Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, reached inside, and said, "Touch me and see what happens."
That's gonna fuck everything.
That's fucked.
Hey,
up.
well, look, if that's the case, hey, look, that's
watch
no, I'm saying that's a case that's plain cut. That's what I was about to say. If that's the case,
ooh, that was a wow.
I mean,
that's
no.
Wow.
Oh
whoa, hit some bombs there. Liven it up a little bit. Something that was a wild explanation.
He don't even know what the press. He like shit.
I wasn't saying it like that.
This is another one of those situations where I feel like this is a conversation that people should have with their kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not even just black, like kids, period.
Absolutely.
Because we don't know the law.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this situation, like what you just said about having a blade just because if something pop off when you lived in the city. Bro, my freshman year, it was me, my big brother, and one of his exes. We went to the movies. Niggas tried to jump us at the movies. It was legit like 20 niggas. I'm looking around in the crowd, and me and my brothers, we all separated by 4 years. So we all went to the same high school, but as one left, another one came in. So I'm in school, and the area we in, I'm like, nah, I know some of these niggas go to school with me. Like, they have to. They have to. And the school we went to, like my junior high school that went into this high school, I promise you, it was maybe like a classroom worth of us. Everybody else was from the other school that was actually close to our high school. So it was like being in a new area with a bunch of people you don't know type shit, and now niggas is trying to jump me. My cousin gave me a blade. Look, I'm telling you, and you would have never known. I said the same shit to our other homie that went to school with us. It wasn't a day at that school I didn't have a blade on me. Like literally not one. Ever since that day happened. But I don't know how this shit go, but this is just me on some fight or flight shit in my own fucking head. if somebody had that conversation with me and just telling me where this shit could go, even though even though something happened to me for me to get to this point, that don't matter no more. Because shit changes. Like how that's why even when this conversation first started, because I just felt like that first degree don't make sense to me. And the further y'all get in this shit, it's just like this shit could get shaky.
It could get shaky. That's what, man. It's gonna take some good lawyers both sides. I hope the boy is able to figure out the lawyer situation. R.I.P. to the boy that lost his life because that was still senseless at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
and even to see his father's reaction, that was kind of like.
I mean, did you see? I mean, his twin brother was there.
That's
the boy
the one,
couldn't breathe talking about.
Held him in his. That's what I was saying. Like this was one of them subjects. Like I'm not saying we're in here.
I'm also happy they let the boy graduate. Karmelo. They let Karmelo graduate. He couldn't walk the stage, but he got to graduate.
Good. That's great. Not to negate what you said.
No, for sure. I just want to throw him a bone.
There we go. He's learning.
He learned.
He's learning. Sometimes we are going to pot on things, and I don't think we're here to necessarily have a side or an opinion. We just here to have an open forum and conversation. And
we might need that as the new intro.
Okay, cool.
What you just said?
That was some important shit right there.
Yeah, like sometimes we not here for that. Like sometimes we just here to talk because, and you know what? Shout out to Reasonable Ignorance Podcast. If you want to listen to a real good episode, up until Jamal talk about who fucking who, but that was ridiculous. But the first half of that podcast was two older black gentlemen giving testimonies about real life things they had been through. One just had double knee surgery, reconstructive knee surgery at the age of like 50 something. And the other one is
shout out to B able. And coach unfortunately lost one of his best friends back in April or March, somewhere around that time. Lost one of his best friends suddenly, I believe, from a heart attack. And I was listening to the podcast, I was getting emotional, but you know what? Even me, I'm 37 years old, and I'm here to tell you, throughout most of my life, I've had difficulty connecting with older black males because of the communication barrier there and how they talk to you, how I talk, the ideologies, all of that. As I'm 37 years old now and I'm older, I still feel the same way I felt about this shit back then because you niggas is difficult. But it's always refreshing to hear an older black male speak about experience and to speak about life in a way that's not so jaded, tough, too much testosterone. It's just being vulnerable.
It's just being open and intimate, and because there you're helping that younger black man such as myself really get an understanding for the experience of life as a black male. Like, I appreciated that. So kudos to those two gentlemen.
I was just listening to that.
Man, it was a real good episode, for real. Now, the next thing we're going to move into, we're going to talk about one thing, but we're probably going to skip over that, and we're going to get into the Diddy trial. I just want to say, hit me with the ether, please.
Thank you. I like where you're going with this.
All you niggas out here calling Kid Cudi a rat, a snitch. James, Google the definition of subpoena for me.
Will do.
You niggas ain't never been to fucking court. And it shows. I keep saying this shit. Hold on.
The nigga that started it. That nigga was in court. This the accountability shit I was talking about.
Who started it?
You talking about Thug?
Thug. Okay.
You're an idiot. All right? I'm not giving no more passes on this shit, bro. Like, no.
See, he was talking about people that went to court and learned. Some people go to court and still stupid.
And I'm talking about the niggas who ain't never been to court and think they know everything
Bro,
about court.
They say some people graduate, but they be still stupid.
Bro, niggas been to traffic court 10 times, think they know what happened in criminal court. What the fuck are we talking about?
We just getting older, bro.
Yeah,
certain mindsets have to change.
They do.
This nigga Diddy was being a fucking Marvel villain. Well,
before we get to okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just talking about the Cudi shit.
You're right.
He was being legit a fucking villain to this nigga over a girl that wasn't wasn't his no more.
Yo, side note, hey, every time I think Marvel supervillain now, I think Diddy, and y'all just really fucked up the MCU for me.
Gee, it's dead ass. Like,
I'm like, Thanos was hard, but
no, I picture Diddy in the stadium like Bane.
y'all
bro.
see Cuck Daddy?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I call him, Cuck Daddy.
No, but bro,
He's a cucker.
niggas is
That
really
he is.
He's a cucker.
niggas is really telling Kid Cudi to not say nothing on this nigga that came in my house, did something to my dog. I don't know what the fuck you did,
Locked him in the bathroom.
but locked him in the bathroom. Opened all the gifts in my
You
fucking
think
car.
he took it from the dog?
Oh,
You know, I missed all this stuff about him going into his house. I
know-
just thought it was.
Well,
kinda calm.
all of that.
well, that's the
Man.
thing.
Oh, you
they
missed-
know
did you
someone.
remember the
went
part
in
where he
the
cut the roof off the car and threw the Molotov in it?
Yeah, he threw a fucking
Yeah,
mazel
I know
tov.
he blew-
Yeah,
I know
I
he
know
blew
the
his
car.
car
in
I
the car.
never knew.
No, he
know
cut
all
the
of that.
roof. See, there's a difference.
He cut the
Look,
roof
No,
off.
that's crazy.
Look, there's a difference
It's-
between
it's
running
a-
up on
it's
the
a,
car and throwing it,
Yeah.
and I cut the roof off and I throw it in.
That's a crime of passion.
Gee,
Passion is Cuck Daddy.
telling Kid Cudi
Take that.
day and night,
Damn.
I'm in the pursuit of happiness. Telling him, "Oh, you a snitch."
bro.
What?
That's the problem when they relate rappers back to YNs. Like, they go hand in hand. That'd be the problem with shit nowadays. Like, if you're a rapper, you got to be a thug. Like,
How old is
no.
Young Thug? He's like our age, right?
She might be a little older.
Let's see.
Like,
What's the definition of
Okay.
subpoena?
A definition of subpoena: noun, a writ ordering a person to attend a court. Verb: summon.
Can you Google, before they go back, can you Google what happens if you don't come for the subpoena? Because a lot of people don't know this either.
What happens if
I was
you
like, don't you
skip
go to
trial?
jail?
What happens if you skip trial? Is that the way they ask that?
No,
They trying to say he
skip
could
trial
go
is for the
up there and,
defendant.
plead
What
the
happens
fifth.
if you don't abide by the subpoena?
Can you get in trouble if you plead the fifth?
No,
No, but it don't work how people think.
it really don't.
He couldn't plead the fifth.
All right.
No, he probably could have,
Google
but why would
AI
I?
overview says
Lock his ass up.
failing to comply.
I am not a gangster. Like what the? I'm not. I didn't even sign up for this shit.
That nigga
Like,
nails is painted, bro.
Way before he got cool.
So y'all better stop
Way
fucking with D Wade.
before it got cool. Hey, all right.
Nah, that nigga don't get no.
All right. Now it says right here,
He might be a little freak.
failing to comply with the subpoena can lead to severe consequences, including being held in contempt of court. This can result in penalties like fines or even imprisonment. If you receive a subpoena and are unsure how to proceed, it's crucial to consult with a legal professional.
Yeah, Kid Cudi ain't no fucking snitch, you dumbass niggas. That's all I
Nigga want to go
gotta
to
say.
jail.
Kid Cudi is a victim. God damn it.
Come
He's
on.
a victim.
This what they be talking about when we like beat up on victims and shit. Like,
Victim blame.
Now-
Victim blame. That's literally what's going on.
That's
now,
the real victim blame.
This moves us
Literal.
to. This moves us. How much? What we at, about an hour and a half?
Hour 48.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now that we're here with the Diddy trial, I'll let y'all take the floor with this shit.
Okay. Criminal shit aside. This is a nasty ass nigga. Yeah, did you? I've
That nigga be
largely
getting none on his nipples.
Is he gay?
Not on his-
Is he gay, bisexual, or he just like one of the wildest kink niggas ever?
I don't know how to identify this. 'cause
I
it,
just
don't.
feel like he a wild kink nigga.
I
it
call
don't
him,
sound like he's participating in the male shit yet, right?
He's not.
no,
No,
but he be in there with a bag over his face like Kanye beating his dick. That's gay.
Duh, he said
he's
they
a cuck.
They
He's
said he
cuck
come
daddy.
in there, not come
The
in there. They
cucker.
say he walk in there with the
He got a job on.
hijab, talking about trying to pretend to be an Arab lady, talking like Diddy.
Wait, he pretends to be so. I was about to say
He likes to
Somalian.
pretend to come walk in there as other people and things, and
Oh, he Shao Tsung.
not sure.
See, I didn't know that. Wait. Oh, this nigga's a cross dresser.
Like I ain't even picked that.
He's a cross dressing cuck.
The nigga.
This nigga
The
crazy.
nigga.
That gets man lube on his nips.
The nigga's a freak.
Freak body.
Like
Talking about
the
you a little
ultimate
nasty girl.
Freak.
Nasty girl. Nasty. That's gonna be my. That's what I'm playing today. B.I.G.
It's legitimately gotten to the point before where I was kind of defending it. Like, no, Diddy will be able to get out and still be him. I don't know.
Well, you know what? He won't be able to get out and be him. But I forget who said this up on the Button podcast. It might have been Button himself. But he said something. I'm like, you know what? This world is so freaky.
No, Park said that.
Park said it.
That nigga got a lane.
He got a lane. Diddy absolutely
He got
has
a
a lane.
lane.
And you know what I thought?
That's disgusting.
As soon as Diddy get out, you know the #1 website he need to go to bring it back to life and make it popular again?
What's that?
OnlyFans. Go get a show on OnlyFans.
He might could just launch
And-
his own
and-
I'm about to
shit.
say he don't even need one.
Like, he might
just
come
launch some shit.
Only
Because
Diddy.
you know, I
Only
think
Diddy.
Instead of revolt, recuck.
like low key, a lot of these celebrities, if they
Cuck
didn't
vote.
get in trouble, could get this shit off.
That's the
Like
thing.
R. Kelly could come out and create the R. Kelly fantasy mansion, and it'll
no,
work.
no. Look,
No.
the thing with
I'm
Diddy,
a Kelly
though,
fan. He was a pedophile. Diddy's a freak.
Yeah, it's
Them
a
two
difference.
different
It's a
things.
difference.
This is-
It's a
this is-
difference.
Them two different things.
No, like
Kel's got to go to Bali. This
you know,
nigga might
Kel-
be able to go to Miami.
Kel's really like ultimately got in trouble for like holding women against their will and shit. Like
Yeah, kidnapping.
Yeah,
And he
I
was
mean-
raping them too.
R. Kelly's fantasy mansion where you could come and get kidnapped. And you see the support that the women be throwing him. They will line
I'm about to
Diddy
say,
the
people
same
are going.
shit. Did you see the girl outside the case? What's her name that was in Danny Kane?
You can come and get kidnapped.
you talking about Dawn?
What
Dawn.
the fuck?
And that lady coming up to her was like, "How big is his dick?" And it was like, "Get out." She was like, "How do I sign up for these?" It's people out here that will really,
Bro, it's
because the thing is now, because one, he gonna be miserable because he can't be Diddy no more. That is the problem for him. He can't be Diddy no more. But he could come out and be puffy,
and that's the thing.
cucky.
The thing is though, when
And
people
it'll be
don't know
okay too, as long as he is extremely legal with it.
the only thing
Not
that,
condoning.
that people aren't realizing, and that's why I kind of feel like
Please, you freaks.
to a point he would still be okay, even if it's like underground. Diddy ain't the only nigga like this.
No.
Like,
Bro, I'm starting to
this is
believe
Hollywood.
all of them. All them niggas. Oh, this
Hollyweird.
This is what I wanted to say. I might have said it last week. I'll say it again this week. Look, I believe the Illuminati is not just a powerful shadow group. That's just the name of their swinger club. That's it.
Oh my
The Illuminati is the name of their swinger club at this point, bro. That's where I'm at with it. Did y'all watch my story this week where I had the old dude on television that was kissing the kids?
No.
Look.
Oh yeah,
seen that
yeah.
I probably skipped
You
it.
talking about the Nickelodeon doc with it?
Yeah. So there was this nigga on TV back in the day. This was like in the
It's like-
80s, bro. Yeah. Nigga was up there just kissing kids, boys and girls, on the mouth on television.
On the mouth?
Yes. Pecking them like, wow.
What?
And I'm like, bro, the shit that we see going on nowadays, the shit that we think is so taboo, the shit that we think is so far out there, it is not. Brother James, Sodom and Gomorrah. Absolutely incorrect.
Bullshit.
Boom. Let's take it back, and I'll take it over to some shit that ain't got nothing to do with
If you
with-
ever
But
look
you
at
see
the,
what happened. You see what happened to them.
No,
right?
absolutely. I'll take it from some shit that's not religion. Take it over to the Roman Catholic Empire.
That's a documented event. That's not religion.
The priests used to have concubines. Now everyone associates concubines with a man and a woman. I'm here to tell you that is not it. The term might be associated with a sex slave, but it was really associated with older males and younger boys. Oh my God. That's the origin of it. And that's no sugarcoat, no bullshit, no nothing.
that stuff happens in the Middle East today.
That shit is so prevalent everywhere outside of America that I'm damn sure happy I'm a motherfucking American. It's a lot of fucked up shit that happen here.
To your point, though, it does happen here.
But it happens at a particular
Yeah,
scale. It happens up there with the Illuminati.
I don't know if y'all ever noticed. If y'all ever look at like the statues from back in the day,
It's
from-
naked men.
It's naked men.
Dick out.
Dick out. It's not like fuck. I forgot which religion. If you look back, there's always a woman. African history. If you ever look through African through like that through the history and all the architects and all that shit, they it's always a man and a woman. it's always a man and a woman standing strong. It's always a man standing next to him. It's not behind a woman, maybe some kids in the picture, but it's always like that. But if you ever look at old European, it's a flamboyant dude with a bunch of boys around his legs or some shit like that.
Now we cooking. Now we pod.
Hey.
And they
y'all know what I said.
Look, wait, they're always wearing wigs. They're always dressing feminine.
All white people are what? All right.
He didn't say that. No, we still on YouTube, bro. Be quiet. We still on YouTube.
And bleep all of it.
Yeah.
I needed y'all to hear that.
But I mean, historically,
criminally with Diddy, everybody, and I talked to Brother James and I said this. Everybody like, how you charging Rico with one nigga? Dog. There's someone else who could have potentially been on trial, and they decided to become a star witness for the state, for the feds.
that's Cassie, honestly.
That's Cassie.
Boy.
Everybody's like, how Rico? She's the co-conspirator, nigga. You don't give victims immunity.
Yeah.
You give suspects and people being charged or potentially charged with shit immunity.
Because that's what a lot of people is pointing out is like
she just as bad.
No, she's definitely just as bad. But the winner of this is going to end up being Cassie because
she got immunity.
She got
away with all of it,
and she got paid.
I didn't know she got. Well, I knew about the money she got from Diddy, but I didn't know she got paid from the hotel too. Yes. Like she got.
Oh no, she
crazy. I think she up 30 M's off this shit.
Should have been 40. Look.
Man,
should have gave the broad the $30 million when she came with the book, and you wouldn't be in this spot.
But I don't know if y'all remember, but if at the time when that shit was going on, and that nigga settled like the next day, I think we came on here and was like, "Oh, it's some shit."
Yeah, hey, listen,
it was like he was like, "No, you ain't gonna do that for real."
Yo, guys, okay, this is kind of scary. Mm-hmm. Y'all ever seen that movie Blink Twice?
No, I haven't.
Zach,
I talked about it on here.
This might be like, think about the storyline.
Yeah.
And remember how it ended with Shorty?
Yeah.
This is like the direct story of that. Think about it.
No.
She was basically no better than him in the end, to be real. Yeah. And that's what it's seeming like that's playing out before our eyes right now. Because think about it. All the people that died, she still was like, nah, I got what's going on right here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to milk this.
Mm-hmm. Stay close to it.
Stay close to it.
Let me ask a question. In that, because I've never seen the movie. In that movie, is the man the predominant figure?
Yeah.
And then she rides coattail and rises because of him?
No, she don't rise because of him. She was pretty much a nobody at first.
Yeah, so she was a nobody just like she was.
Yes.
Just like Cassie was.
Yeah.
And then she ends up.
was a victim.
She was a victim legit the entire time, but she found a way to basically turn the bad situation. I won't even say necessarily good. She gained control.
She got her get back out of
it. Yeah, that's what it was. She became him. She made him her victim.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Because she didn't reveal what was going on enough.
Yeah.
And a lot of crazy stuff happened. Y'all got to watch that movie.
She could have
watched. In light of this Diddy trial, watch Blink Twice. Go watch it.
She could have got him in trouble, but she chose to pretty much take the power rather than get him in trouble.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else got any more feelings or comments? Because I'm waiting for the whole case.
We haven't even gotten to the criminal portion.
Exactly.
Yet. So we don't got.
You know what I've learned?
Nasty ass nigga. Because he's sitting up there listening to all this shit. He remembering
all of this.
It ain't no. I didn't do that.
He freaked by
all of this is just to paint the picture before they truly start. Like, I don't know whether it's gonna be a long time, a little bit of time, but Diddy finna do some time.
Gunshot.
That's how I feel.
Then what if?
I don't think he been in there long enough for time, sir.
No, he ain't getting no time, sir.
I do think it is possible that it could end up being like he only in that bitch like a year or two longer.
If the case doesn't end up being that strong, I feel that same way too. I feel like, and low key, that will be a victory
because they're gonna be like when they do charge him. If it is something, when they do charge him, if it is something on the shorter end, it's gonna be like 5 years.
See, and that's the thing.
And he already been in there like a year and a half.
I feel like his minimums right now is like 10 to 15. Like I feel like if he's convicted on anything, he's going away. But he has to beat this case.
That's the thing, though. I feel like they finished
85%.
I think so, but I think they about to.
Not if the state come back with a plea and the judge accepted, they do what the fuck they want to. Always remember that.
Wait, what you talking about?
You talking about minimums, and I'm saying, hey, if the state comes with an agreement with the defense and they go to the judge and the judge okays it, All the minimums get thrown out the window. We can give this nigga whatever the fuck we want to give him or whatever he agrees to take. Just remember that.
But I don't know. I feel like the reason they're putting all of this shit out there that honestly don't even really have much to do with the case is painting that image. And I feel like can other charges come amongst once it's already like in motion?
I think afterwards it can, but those will probably be
They can
civil.
do new charges. They can modify the charges that they have now.
That's the thing.
They can do
that's
a lot
what
of
I
different
think
things.
is about to happen.
Well, they can't do double jeopardy. So
they can't do
couldn't take
double
him back
jeopardy,
for-
but they can bust down charges.
But that's the problem. They gave him like everything right now.
But we can start pulling it off the table. Like say sex trafficking, right? We bust that down to kidnapping. Let's say unlawful use of a weapon. We bust that down to unlawful carry. Shit like that.
That's what I think.
This is charges will just get pulled.
This is going to end up being because even a lot of stuff with Diddy's defense, that nigga money matters right now. That's what I feel like because he got a good defense.
He getting
team.
drained.
Supposedly he running out of money.
Yeah, he getting
Oh
drained.
yeah, without a doubt, I bet.
Supposedly,
But that's how they do. That's how they do you. They try to see how long that money could stand, and then see if they could get it punish you on the other side.
I don't know, but all in all, that nigga a freak.
where we at time wise?
2 hours. 2 hours and 1 minute.
Cool, perfect. Cool. There's some things. There are more things to talk about, but I want to do it after pod. I don't want to do it on the pod because we don't have no TV show, do we?
Last of Us, the finale's tonight.
I'm about to say I didn't even watch.
I don't even remember watching the last one.
The Knicks had me fucked up.
Yeah, we can. No, we gonna get into sports. We gonna get into sports. Sports.
I started over the original Power.
Last of Us. I do have a message though, and
I started playing Last of Us.
Nice.
Fan clap.
I'll get further.
I started
into
clapping
this
my
weekend.
Man, I'm so happy for your experience because you're about to see this first game is one of the greatest shit ever.
Bro,
Like,
I forgot how Last of Us even started, and literally the first scene of the game, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about this part. I was like, yeah, I literally had text my group chat like, I don't know if I'm ready to play a game that's this emotional.
this one ain't. This was emotional, but this ain't. The second game is like. That's why, just to dab into the show real quick. This season is ending tonight, and we're probably like a third of the way through the first game. It's so much more shit, and this game is so fucking painful. I'm telling you, when I tell you, I used to have to pause the game and go take a shower, like flush out my mind. Like this game is sick.
That's deep.
Part 2.
That's a great recommendation.
And I thought it'd be like some scary shit, and it's not.
No, it ain't
Like, the
nothing
game
scary
is
about
not.
this game. It's probably one jump scare throughout 2 games.
Yeah.
No, 2. 2 jump scares throughout 2 games.
It's just an emotional game, kind of like Red Dead to a certain extent.
It's like if you've ever played God of War Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
If you've ever played any of PlayStation's emotional ass games, because the PlayStation created a genre out of this shit. It's along the lines of that. They're all built off the backs of Last of Us.
What's the name of that game with the electricity dude? I forgot his name.
Nigga, have you? Is you about to say?
You know
Fucking
what I'm talking about?
nerds.
He had the electricity powers. My goodness.
White boy, right? In Seattle?
Yes.
Holy shit. Oh, nigga, that's one of my favorite
I know a game y'all
Name
talking
of
about
that
too.
game. What's the
Yeah,
name of it? What's the name of it?
I don't know. I ain't.
It was
played
one of the early play. Man, let's not get hung
man,
up on this.
That game was fire. It was on
We-
PS3 one.
we've
It was
got
on
things-
Yeah,
PS3.
it's like 3 or 4.
Y'all can look
Yeah,
it up.
they made one on PS4 too.
We
bro.
still got
That
After
one
Pod
was
to go.
emotional as hell. I forgot the name of it.
Y'all want to talk Knicks
Okay.
real quick? Knicks Pacers Thunder
Yeah, we
Wolves.
can talk about it, bro.
All right, go ahead.
Real quick. Shout out my nigga Tyrese. I always believe that you fucking me up though, cause I'm with the Knicks shit this time. But Tyrese,
let him
you my
in.
nigga.
No,
Nah, but
it's
Tyrese,
cool.
my nigga.
He has been rocking with him. He
I've been
tried to
calling
make-
that nigga the best point guard
he
in the
tried-
East for 3
his-
years.
His last time playing 2K, he tried to remake Tyrese.
Yeah, I tried to get the nigga jump shot. Like they didn't want to. They
shot is
apparently 2K
ugly,
don't
boy.
get at it. It's ugly, but that motherfucker
It
hit
hit.
on 2K.
It be hitting.
On 2K, hey. But
In real life too.
NBA, y'all gonna have to hit the Buffalo Wild Wings button.
Oh shit!
Niggas is not trying to go from Indiana to Oklahoma to Indiana to Oklahoma to Indiana. You gonna have to do one or the other, and I would prefer you take Indiana out. That shit just can't happen. Yes, we love our surrounding states, but I might be alone in this. I don't like seeing them niggas win. It's like seeing the Eagles win. When the Pistons win, I'm sorry, I'm not all that ecstatic. When the Pacers win, not all that ecstatic. Bucks, I went there to root against them. I was in the crowd rooting against them. The shit didn't work, so I stopped going to games. But y'all gonna have to fix this shit because niggas is really not trying to go back, and that's probably gonna be the best series basketball wise.
No, like I feel like if that ends up being the finals, this is the basketball. Like people that are basketball purists, like that's the matchup you should want to see.
I also believe Adam Silver, if it ends up that way, you should realize your tenure is a failure. The reason why I say this, the reason why I say this is because if Kansas City not a good team because they too damn good. If the Jets made this, no, that's New York. Fuck, what's a bet? If the Steelers, no, the fan base too big. Well, actually, that's the problem.
Jaguars.
No, all of this that I'm saying is the problem. It don't matter who the fuck is in the Super Bowl in the NFL city-wise because they got real fans. No matter what team we're talking about, there's real fans that's going to tune in and be super excited. No one in Indiana is excited about the Pacers.
I think that's a lie.
No,
it's a lie. It's a lie because they're a basketball state. It's a lie.
No, that's not a lie. Indiana people do not rock with them. Indiana people like the Bulls.
No, you talking Northwest Indiana.
No,
Northwest
a lot of Indianapolis like them niggas too. Them niggas don't like Reggie Miller. I don't know why, but they do not rock with them niggas like that.
They seen him get smoked by Jordan for 30 years.
That's what I remember they was talking about that on Teague shit. Like you go to their games, people be surprised because it's literally like 80% white in that bitch.
Well, that's Indiana.
Birthplace of the Klan. Birthplace of the Klan.
It's not
that's the basketball home,
birthplace of the Klan.
Nigga, them niggas like college basketball.
But what I was
Hoosiers.
what I was saying was he should feel disappointed because small market teams make it in the NFL all the time, and we don't have these type of reactions. The NBA is so player driven that you can't even have the best basketball teams make the finals without people being pissed. That goes into the overarching view of the NBA as a sport is. It's tough to get behind this damn sport at this present time. Well, not present time. At this present time. Because like I said, any NFL team can make the Super Bowl and we're going to watch that shit.
I echo any NBA slander. Any NBA slander, I echo. Meet you all right.
I appreciate it.
It's so hard to watch the NBA because it sucks.
I feel it.
You know what I watch every year, and I don't even watch football. I watch the Super Bowl, but guess what? I didn't watch last year the finals.
Watch the finals.
Pacers Knicks been good as fuck though.
It has been good.
It has been good.
That's
but
good basketball.
The Knicks gotta win.
And they shooting threes. But
the Knicks gotta win.
That's where it go back to the three ain't necessarily the problem. It's just got a little out of control.
Let's be real though.
Cat ass was tweaking.
Hey, yeah, he was tweaking. Big Coochie was tweaking, but let's be real.
That nigga shot.
We gotta see the Knicks in the finals.
That nigga shot like a 40-foot jump shot, and it was literally like 11 seconds on the shot.
His name is Big Coochie.
Well, when you got the best shooter in the world, it's a big.
Okay,
gotta let him rock.
I would like
shooter
to
in the
see,
world is a big.
I would like to see
best big man shooter.
Good basketball. I think the best basketball you possibly are going to get in the finals right now, unfortunately, from what I've seen, is probably going to be Indiana versus whoever.
Pacers Thunder.
Wolves did win last night.
It don't matter. I finally sat down and was able to watch.
Basketball is fake.
I was able to sit down and finally watch one of these games. It was the game yesterday. Dog, you could call me a casual because I don't really keep up with this, but I know the sport of basketball.
It's fake.
And that shit I watched yesterday, dog. Why am I seeing a 40-point blowout in the second quarter of the Western Conference Finals Game 3? Cut this shit the fuck off. Now
cut it off.
I'm legit. After this, I'm about to go watch my first Knicks and Pacer game.
Yep.
I promise you, bro.
Game's lit.
Do not ruin my holiday weekend with the blowout because you're saying that game is lit. One of the first two games of OKC and
they was all of their shit been blowouts.
Yeah, they
that whole series.
Like that. So that whole series has been blowout. Yeah. Okay, so I got a series full of
the
blowouts.
Knicks Pacers shit been close.
Okay, so on one side, and that's what I thought I had. I'm like, okay, so on one side we have a series of blowouts, and no one's probably going to win on the road. Game 7. On the other side, we have grinded out basketball, and no one's going to be able to win at home. Game 7?
The NBA
Now-
script is nasty.
Is
this
that what
year.
y'all finna roll out?
It's
Shit,
a
I think,
script.
the Thunder about to finish that shit off.
Bro, let
Yeah.
me tell you something. The way that the Thunder played yesterday, basketball is scripted.
Hey,
All these people are putting money into this stuff, and they making
Hey.
sure that these niggas don't hit their props. It's scripted.
Brother.
I didn't bet on the game.
Brother.
I ain't bet on the game, Zach.
Brother.
Before you say it, I ain't bet on the game.
This ain't
I'm
got-
telling you what happened, Zach.
this has nothing to do with betting.
It
People have
does.
been calling sports scripted for the longest time.
This is also true.
If sports was scripted, Indiana wouldn't be here.
Yes, they would.
It's just that simple.
Want me to tell you why
and
sports
they
is scripted?
damn sure wouldn't have beat us in the matter that they beat us.
You want me to tell you why?
These niggas
Maybe game
literally
one. You know, niggas love to fuck with
Niggas-
Ask me
niggas-
why, Zach.
These niggas no, because you're literally not being sensible right
I am being sensible. You want me to tell you why?
now. I literally
they-
just told
He
you
said
no.
no.
No,
I literally
no,
told you
Zach.
You're are you
So
gonna let
I'm
me
gonna
speak?
tell
You,
you
literally just talked about them not letting you speak,
Zach.
and you keep cutting. Go ahead, brother.
I'm
don't
sorry.
care no
You know
more.
what? Finish your train. I'm gonna speak afterwards.
You ruined it.
I ruined the train.
Yes,
train
I
wreck?
don't know what the fuck I was saying.
Train wreck, James.
Thank you.
My
Go
bad,
ahead,
man. They call me James Rick.
Well, why
Yeah.
the train
But,
is off track?
But I'm gonna say the reason I say it is scripted because you know what they put out on Tyrese Halliburton. They had said that NBA players voted him the most overrated player. It's crazy to me they put that narrative out before the playoffs, and he's been on the tear that he's on. That's all I'm saying.
That's motivation.
They
Battery
said
in the back.
Do you know how many people voted on that?
It was like 30.
All the players, I guess. I don't know.
It wasn't all the players. It was literally 12 people.
12 players?
12 people.
I thought it was players. They said the players had voted.
And then it was 12.
Only
It don't
12
even matter if
players?
it was players. It was 12.
Them niggas was the Cavaliers.
That's what I'm saying. This shit, stop letting them spin them narratives.
I want to see
that
this.
shit's not true.
Send me the article where you got that,
that
from.
shit.
Well,
Even
the
if it
arenas
was,
is chanting it. The arena's chanting it.
They are.
That ain't chanting that shit. No more.
Actually, it wasn't 12 people.
13.
No, it was like 90 players out of 450.
Okay.
And
That was the bench niggas.
and to speak to Zach's point, it was like out of the 90 people, the majority said Tyrese Halliburton, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in all actuality, it's like what 70% of like 90 people was like it's maybe like 60, 70 something players, maybe something like that.
Out of 450 players?
Right. And then you got to ask yourself, what players are we actually asking? Are we asking niggas who could be considered his peer? Or are we asking niggas who sit at the end of the bench who are jealous of this nigga because he's doing
I
something?
just thought
I'm
it was
gonna say
interesting.
niggas at the
They,
end of the bench
they put that
'cause-
narrative out right before the playoffs, and then you see
No,
what's
I get
happening.
what you're
That's
saying.
all I was saying.
But
Yeah.
I think
and they love to create narratives.
I think
Like,
the NBA at one point wasn't scripted, and then I think they pulled the NFL shit and started becoming scripted. Because what I'm seeing this year, it's kind of like the changing of the guard. It's like these all the new niggas. It's, you know, it's all it's this is this era's little moment where it's like, okay, we got Ant-Man, we got Brunson, we got Tyrese,
This shit
and
low-key
we got
happened
Shea.
last year.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Kind of, sort of, but you had Boston last year, so they kind of from, you know what I'm saying?
So, who are we saying scripting this? The NBA?
yes.
So the NBA is scripting things to lose money.
No.
Well, here goes the
They're
thing.
doing it to get
Okay,
money.
wait.
Be quiet. I'm not.
They're
talking
not
to you.
trying
Oh, okay.
to lose money, but they are.
Okay, you're not talking to me
So
because I wanted to be around that.
They're inventing story. Oh shit! They're inventing storylines that they believe will actually work, and it's not working.
And you really believe in your heart of hearts their storyline was for the Indiana Pacers to get to the finals for us to make money.
I think if there was
Hold
a
on.
script,
Shh.
oh, my bad.
Do you
We still
believe
seeing
that?
this play out?
Do you believe that?
I didn't say that they was gonna make it to the finals. I never said that. I said they was getting scripted.
That boy tap dance.
For them
No,
to
I'm saying, but he put that out. I never said they was making it to the finals.
He
said it out
asked
there.
you a question.
Okay.
Look,
He asked you a
Knicks can come
question.
back
Hold
in
on.
this
He
script,
asked you
right?
a question
The
which
Knicks can have a
insinuates
fairy
that.
tale comeback, and you got New York in the finals.
Okay.
Since the 70s.
Okay. So if the
You
Pacers,
see what I'm saying? Hold on. I
Okay.
never said I had the Pacers in the finals. You said
He
that.
said it's not
fine.
over yet.
I think we getting 2 game 7s.
Yeah. If the Pacers make it to the finals, is it no longer scripted?
Absolutely.
It is.
Huh?
It
No,
is
it
still.
scripted?
Is it still scripted?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So what would be the benefit of that?
The benefit is they had a narrative and they controlled it.
To lose money.
They're not trying to lose money. They just are.
That
So that was going to be my only rebuttal to you. Real quick. Look, when Marvel makes a movie, they make it to beat the last one. Sometimes they make duds. And the NBA might make a dud this year.
Do you know how often, how long the NBA's been doing duds? Then
I just think like
last-
over
the
the last
last
20
finals.
years, they didn't put the Knicks in the finals one time.
Yeah.
Like
that,
one time.
that makes sense.
And this will be the first
For shit to be scripted. For shit to be scripted.
No first pick.
Also,
Shit to be
and I-
scripted. You
and I-
telling
and I
me
ain't
that the
trying to argue
Cowboys
they
ain't
got
winning
now.
a Super Bowl?
And I ain't
And the
gonna.
talent they got now.
Well, we know the
Now
NFL
would
is
be a
scripted
perfect
because it
time
says
for
it's
them to
sports
put them in
entertainment.
that
It's a
joint.
sports entertainment.
Look
league.
and look at how rowdy the
But
fans
it's
are.
not scripted.
Look
But-
at how jovial the fans
But
are.
I think
yeah,
also,
but not this team.
Also, I think what happens with sports is it's also fluid, so they got to work with what they got.
See, I would more so go along
And
the
they
lines
chose
of
the
that.
Denver
where they-
Nuggets.
See, I don't see.
It's a joke.
I more
look
so
at
go
Joker.
along the lines of they
What
put
the
the
fuck?
pieces in play.
That was
and then they
literally
go
one
play.
of the worst rated finals ever.
We didn't say. I didn't see. Back to what I
I'm
said
not
about.
talking about
No.
you.
I don't know if you're right about that because I
My
feel like the finals a year before was worse rated than that. Wasn't there? Or am I tripping?
The bubble stuff don't count because niggas was like boycotting the NBA.
Okay.
All right. Let's get up out of here. Let's take it up out of here. You about to? Okay, cool. We're about to get to pod after pod. I have a message that I will speak on pod after pod. So if you want to hear that, check out the audio. But look, I feel like, and I'm about to say two crazy things, but I feel like they go together. First of all, I feel like there is an attack on the black African American man through the lens of domestic violence that's becoming very prevalent across the board as we're seeing it. Domestic violence aggressively, physically, and sexually. There's that. Also, on the other side of that,
That's a nasty message.
I want to say, yeah.
I thought we was going into a topic.
Yeah, like
That was,
On the other side of that, what I also want to say along
that
with
nigga
this,
stands on his own.
along with this, what I also want to say, and this is the most important part of this message: stop putting your fucking hands on these fucking women. Just stop it. Just stop it. Just completely stop it. When you feel the urge to put your hands on a woman in a striking way, stop it. Just
Amen.
stop it. Just
Stop.
fucking stop
Some
it.
of the best advice I had heard. I literally had just heard this listening to a pod earlier today. You with a woman and she just start wigging out in a way that just seems like nobody will believe this. Record it. Record it and call the fucking police. Get away from the situation. I don't know how we got to the point that niggas don't want to call the police. I promise you,
I know how
you
we got
wild
there.
out with me. You wild out with me as a woman. I love you, but I'm not going to jail for you.
I know.
You're
how-
going to jail, and when you go to jail, I am going to go in there and file that paperwork to make sure you stay away from me. 'Cause I promise you, when you cross that line, I'm calling again. I'll never get tired of calling. I'll never get tired.
I know how we got there, but we're gonna get to pod after pod. I'm Reed at the Claudius.
It's Pusher 2_Z.
you know the vibes, Little Big Meech.
And we are so glad that you joined us for another week of fellowship. I pray you have a good week, and the following Sunday you come back and join us. It's the FMOG, your favorite man of God, Brother James. Come back, all right? We will see y'all soon.
It felt like he was holding on.
Cut the video.
Piano.